issue statement to be, I think just after thank you Tony Bar on hold. Say campaign activities be whether subtle or obvious. Bia should end. Ubi or intention be so be contesting near the idea. Ubi anya na party no mu enjoy. When some can ye against it.
I shot against it because you are secretary to be cancer mention.
I didn't.
May ye MP our parliament. Then go for me constituency campaign.
Who did you say?
General Secretary Justin Kodu from Pombi share MPs our parliament. And me a catcher and say, let the be said on Troy, on Troy be massacre. For by 4 weeks on Troy. The one day we shall answer, many different, we try the Trumpia, many a command, many different. I'm going to Trumpia, let our council be say, Mayo, was this so called a 7 cost steering committee, and man a called neck, and say, I'm a crime natural. In the other not Troll and I don't know, neck better man a crime on Trust Alleton. You see, we cannot be using the party constitution haphazardly. You are dealing with senior members of the party. We are now senior members of this party. I'm a 2-term member of parliament.
Yeah.
I've been a former deputy minister. Me a party name. It won't make cancer as well as can. So, no, I know can who this one. Who be able so. One people were in our backyards. Yet, Tiana, yeah, Boama, a prosecute a buying business. No, people were in our backyards campaigning. And Tiasma General Secretary can moot.
Petty.
A moot. Some of us we are not decided to flout it. But
you are flouting it.
No, why am I flouting it? But me a party be nomination.
Okay.
That I gave you a
caveat.
proviso say the party be nomination if and when. Yes, me can say me has a make campaign, but who will some imagine as to way forward. Now me catch the solutions only can once. Now we it's your party now.
Say a directive.
One a party. The guy, President Kufuado, the National Council. Okay, say, sir, let us know the because party when you be a baby, the people call Akusiano. Sana a party here, and
President Kufuado can say,
oh, can I say, let's it's very practical. Because party penny and party penny be who say, a party penny, party for the party, they'll go. Yeah. Normal. You can't prevent those things. But Mamu feel say, would they just tapu tactics be? Or part to be a people and apart we've all left these bad experiences. What can I so the be you be? Seven will be the man and way. The only time who because will be when who will be a year with my chance. Now you'll be a demon, a bit to me. But the audio do so, also moving call. Now, somebody who I necessary. Yes, because more, we don't want to be seen as a party penny, say be a utia party, matana, who the own for boom, ubi. But ye biano. Ye who say, ye do be, it be a dubi. It will be an idea. Now, but your letter says, singer, go watch your letter. Balloon sound so be shining beer. You put it on the massa, as far as oh ye be. What is your beef now?
It is one concern now. Mumu binumu a more intention to contest. It be more expressive to some of us and more interface. How to ensure a fair play and a level playing field because you have managers of the party today. Making sure say be juma. Some of them and so yeah competitors within. We going into a future election like that. I mean, manage parties here. The tendency that near course now some of the directive bar one can say may happen. With that in mind, say party be nomination ubenya a fair playing field.
So that's a fair in almost bill. So if we say be a fair, you don't be a campaign. Was say one party and money per around. Nanka Casabe about to go for. When people are moving across them, then people be quiet.
And no mumu.
We never know.
EpaHoaDaben.
What I'm trying to say now, and I say, party in your team, sir, time I am nomination for a static campaign. Yen never started. And then yen executive winner, a bit tria and was only now we are victim, only
perpetrators
and corporates. Only I do be no on the buy. But what I'm trying to say, but say a wife who clean is lately clean, yeah. The young cassette, a female con will be ya, but disqualified. And not the OBI and one is qualified because, hey, I don't want to say disqualified. But don't when a be call round. Me no casse, oko cape, obi so, Hey, said last week, Obi Council on the Korean Juma. Now, one, Mibusao, we are national officer, who chair me, former MP, and the former deputy minister of party women. Was we a national officer? Is that what you are telling me? Now, I'm going to your party win. Who's going to be your party win? Then I'm talking to you. If you think I'm going to be, I say Michelle will be. What I say? But meanwhile, you are doing it. You are going around campaigning. What I say? You can also go there. Also, general secretary. The fact that you're a general secretary doesn't make you an exclusive member of this party. You understand?
But said by virtue of the position, when I'm aware party,
the fact that not me them and I'm here.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
But the president acts on the authority, not only on the authority, on the advice of the National Security Council. And as at now, this moment, the National Security Council believes that we can win the fight against Galamsey without a state of emergency. The day they advised me otherwise, that, boss, now we need a state of emergency, I will not hesitate in declaring a state of emergency. Lessons learned were that in the next wave, with the formation of NIMOS, that we must deploy the military on a sustained basis, rather than when we make some wins, we withdraw them. But it comes with a cost, because if you send troops and station them permanently to guard the forest reserves, we must feed them, we must provide them with fuel, we must give them vehicles and all the logistics they need to be able to do that. And so that links up with Franklin's question about budget. We need a substantially bigger budget than we have currently to be able to win this war. Happy is good. And my expectation is that the Minister of Finance will give a much bigger allocation to this fight against Galamsey.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Who say, I mean, I may war ballot in the soul. And ye obia, enti ebia, obia ye over me campaign. My man who he embetare me. Minu ye near samo. Minimum ye near some. Minu ye near some cry. And yes, sir. Mama ma obi problem embe tare me media me no ye ni atem utuma me a me ba we boa o me ba enti me pamocho mama obi asem embe tare me em sai ma brabo wati on tamo mami vo mo vote no me ne mo ye ni asem kra me da mo ase
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben.
Baby, when you say first now you been you shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and money. But na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say ebe boama o man na koso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa lawyer ma o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Drew area show with when tie happy. It is said here, Drew area show with when tie happy. EpaHoaDaben. Uko tie baby a kabia, uka say nko baby ya.
EpaHoaDaben.
It is said here, Drew area show with when tie happy. EpaHoaDaben. Uko tie baby a kabia, uka say nko baby ya.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
years no a between 18 years and 25 years. Here mbabunu on betimi aye training no. Menu military training enough form. Say onim na wonko bi da ya officer easy. If you could do how much journey because who be that or corner the hardship or not. Oh, sorry, an opportunity to be a 4:35 o'clock, Oko row run. O buy no, ya my own home. Like I say, I feel more cleaning, more compound. We and one that way, Oko could carry would be able to click. One dress it now come morning training, say your drill, say your weapon training, say your education, say your tactics, you know, and you know, time. And you cry, head I say, who pay out as you go and change over, and also cry period, subject of its own, changing parade. So, ultimately, some few minutes at the sound, the next training. And I deal with booms about 3 months of your training, you know. I feel now open a Janiafa. One country mountain to me. Obeko bush exercise. Obenanti bush. So, Yaraboni be also BP. And now say hepatitis B. Won't mean your training, no. Ubu. If you don't call a jetchinye, a back door, a cocoa room. Emma Omuku would be and until training, no, and never I wajo. Now, some of it training, which may be no. I just a pass it test to be a battle fitness test. Now, what me finally, what pass it out from training center. Now, it means that we are fit for battle because so will be a corner over. And it's a one team in that way. I depend on fairly. I mean, I see you already. Am I happy life? We are young man. That's a one team. Uncle Pua with the trainer now. Because of say, Bilum or wa Nana, if you're not the age, you know, or the hinter, the birth certificate, the diamano. And you know, or you know, none watch it. That way, when you need to say the footballers go out when you need as you say or 17
football
or
age
16. As you know, you are one number 30 something. Why would be me look like? That soldier will be this soldier and the warriors. So what? If you don't obey me, you know, I can't obey this about so on worry or more that. And you are back a clay people and watching with the center. You can't on crew. Wait, you cry with me. And it's a unity. Yeah, armed forces set standards. So the bio what we are CBR or more standard. And to what I can say, Togo, Liberia, Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa. What is to Ghana who are standard near say? Ghana is standard near high. That is how we qualify it, a high. Now, see a person emerald load, yeah. Then you near say, Yakofan Kokra, old age for one bay, not standard in a conform. Can you imagine? Say, what we are there, say we are bodyguard to the president. Now you old man, won't you mean to America? Can you defend the president? Won't you provide security? And a percent standard the number from the then any artist. But a bit more often say a employment avenue. It is not an ordinary employment. A situation be a yedi kwako bo man ho by. Employment there for the pamia who pass out to a wako tiaka. Say we are human tiaka there. But a special employment. I maintain standards. Standards should not fall below certain points.
But Major,
the soldier for so we be soldier no and 30 years. Over 30 years and sana work pension. And it's only 25 years. That's a go 30 years. I say over 55 years. And sana work pension. Now at that age, 55 years, that's so Jansuno, a young who dear Jumano. Not sure be even civil service the Kurana, or 1 year you could have on a 60 years. I will be quiet, no, I old pa. Not military pa, so be a bit Nanti. Free Bayer and Vansebia, Accra, Ebia Bema Camp, Ukodoa. Unam form, Udu be so Tremica. Because the Konya dia, you withdraw in haste, Udu America. Now also no Akuma cry about Perry, Wintiminko.
Major,
let me tell you point blank, say, even operations in a corner. Crafona, a woman, the woman, you bear 50 years. Yeah, this is a years, a bio hiding the age, near then what to buy it. You know, one more hand quadrapa.
A comment on how.
If it's a woko a year, a Jumana, so we know, wouldn't mean yet, yes, a Ujaton quadrano so. Or Yabel, Malinglin, or Yare, or say you are hospital. Now can't quadrano quan a Jumano. In the Azoko century, by 2 times, and son are the action. But I acquire 3 or 4 times as that because senior you will be you know, or your old man, they say, or no, on Tiapo.
But Major,
baby, you qua weather no and yet Lebanon.
It's a woman,
bad weather. Okodiade, and Cocrafoning to me.
But Major, you hear one more medically fit. But a big argument in say, Ohe enipa ni bia o di 30 ekwa ebi no mu kra no mo chance and come ye medically fit than obi mpa wedi 18 years o ye say ye standard ne ye high but ebi nso sue ne say high standard no so ejankophobia nka omo wa hoden aye ma omo chance na ye prove omo ahoden medically a anko metimi asomo man eno nso uhunu ne sen
me hunu say obia wo chance obia bakakodi so we kwakodi officer so kwakodi other rank a year o go through medical examination na bi ngora be be kura faili akora no kura ye kan no e bi faili e bi e faili ana mpanifo obia wanyine so no e faili nti obia wo equal chance say o ko ya examine wo
Obia will equal chance to be assessed medically, but what the age limited to one, say nipano, wedi 30, na medically or a fit to cry, penny age, new age requirement in Quintino, only have the opportunity.
Me say, Doctor for a bit natural say, as you grow, no, now when Yama bebre, I will mono, na a buffer. Normal na doctor for the better church room. So who no now near my be brains we are quada who now brains no yini. When you do certain a year brain cells no everywhere is not replaceable. So and until now will be but from Tina akokra na brewa when you near bedroom maybe na aso ya quada.
Yeah.
That is it. And the age you know account to papa. Na age you know training center no you say hard on the training ground easy at the battlefield. So I don't know so when team nye training there na you can say you reduce you know na yes no go by we are lowering the standard.
Major, how about say Ankagana be taking a more flexible approach?
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben. Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Yeah. Now I need to make a confession be ene. Also TV no and that time na e wa ba mu. Edika ma me chia wo enchia union so mo ha ni atifo nyina wi. Nti anopa dia meba ETV BB show so.
Yes. Yeah.
hot. Now, what bands? That's how we research because when prepare, how about embarrassment. So anytime maybe a babiano, I have to prepare for. But at that time, I'm into us, and okay, partly because we are in government, so you were holding our feet to the fire. But now we are Juma. Exactly. No, actually, and I will pay or think. So you continue your work and me can say now me monitor and particularly that show of yours use plastic. You must find a way to bring back that program because it was a program I was always following.
EpaHoaDaben.
And very refreshing for me. Remember, that's one of my favorite shows and all like because I didn't about my I mean, friends,
there is no agenda setting.
You see, and I can live with say genuine mistake.
Yeah,
I can live with it. But they mean to me, and live with this when you say
now we say why?
Why? Because of one personal interest. And I think that's what is happening. And maybe it's no but posterity will judge one day. One day, someone say, "Oh, that you be a great journalist, not the BB." Let's not confess. For me, as in recently tapping because we should be guided by the love for the country.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first now you been you shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and your money. But na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ebebo ama o man na akoso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofi akoda nyamishra
EpaHoaDaben.
It is said here edru awia show was when tie happy EpaHoaDaben ukotie baby akabia ukase enko baby ya
EpaHoaDaben.
It is said here edru awia show was when tie happy EpaHoaDaben ukotie baby akabia ukase enko baby ya
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Juada the 13th of October 2025. Na sabre die ohwe omre na emre aso ene EpaHoaDaben emre. Bebia wo bia memwa ha memwa kwaba eda wase se wa join me awie. Bidin and a Bismark Brown. O frame me bibi so ameje so. Na wi mi mbusa ohun ye de. Yakọ weekend naba. Ye hye na wotwe fofrase. Fiti ahemache yatotomu a. Bi ti akọpimpim mu bia. Ye chinchini mu bia kwatietie bia. Ni nyina ne se apona hodo a wabrabo ne mu bebie. Ya betena so. Na tena ya tena se isu de na chese e Ghana nkomo ne ebedie. We're live on radio. And we're live on social media. Me patch Facebook. They say I'm who many me. Many them. Are you sure this is my face? What can I say? Nigeria Kodano Emanuela. I said this is not my real face. So. But if you want to see my real face, bro, Facebook Live. Now, you new come in area. Over Facebook, Happy 98.9 FM. We're streaming right now. But more than so be likely and stream, no share. So the amount for. Most importantly, let's get interactive. But you know what? You want come out how do I be the area home? My weekend was good. My weekend had a phone book or a relaxation. Now also, oh dear, no name. How was your weekend? Now what we every year so and many about quarter form. Emmanuel Petsinduku. You could in 1 week was salam down ha. A year never basso. Bosumi 25th of October. See, I don't know do so na abusuafo ne adofo. Ahwe ni mu se mo ba be jam yen. Na yenua Emmanuel Petsinduku, young man, 36 years. Abamu wu abefa na koya ya. Na sa October ya nso eda bia eye bosumi bi nso a eye kase bi nso bekoso ewo enkrama mu ha. Former Mayor of Accra, the Honorable Alfred Okovandapoy. Currently, ono ena oye mrashebedwani ema the good people of Ablekuma South constituency. Ameno kase ne maame da form, ne maame nimpon kasa pa da form. Madam Agnes Yakoba Kundia, owu United States of America on the 17th of August 2025. Eba mi ye wo no 1935 ena afi 2025 yi o kan chinigu ye. Na abusuafo ye say 16th of October. Ena 13th. Enti on the 16th of October, was the forecourt of the State House. Abusuafo to nsafre adofo ne ejamfo nyina so mo meka mo ho na wo mo enye amane ne amamre enfama Madam Agnes Yakoba Kondia, mother of a former mayor of Accra, Alfred Okovandapoy. Thanksgiving service because Saturday, the 18th of October. Eno ebekoso ewo Prince Emmanuel SDA Church, Ringway Estates, Osu. Say ye papa Alfred Okovandapoy or Adventist. Ne ma men so Adventist. Enti na se sumo no bekoso memene da on the 18th of October. Ewo Prince Emmanuel SDA Church, Ringway Estates, ewo Osu. Ti yeton safre adofo ne jamfo mo meka Alfred Okovandapoy ho chenche na onkosie ne maame fefefe weekend da ye ni wi na dwumade ne ba so. Okay, you heard the dark side of things. Let's turn to the brighter side of life. Yedwom ti sen ye to ade economy no hu ne sen ene Moody's asan so upgrade Ghana yen ratings. Yenyina ye ni Moody's international rating agency womo countries a ewo wiase mu ha. na omo ahwe obusika sem ntotoye omo ahwe oman no womo ahofama eba bosiabo ene nitua ahoden a womo wo a womo de betua eye eka so mo kobo besia ewiase no nso no ye frɛ bibi credit rating enye obi a ne ebo ne besia obi oho no mo a ohwe ne history a and make can obi no fatoto oman ho ohwe ne credit score ne credit history a obo besia wontua obi nso oho no mo a enye so obo besia wontua o sɛdeɛ ɔtoto ne sikasɛm ne ne sikasɛm tie baabi a revenue efiba ene eniema wɔ spending ne sika wɔ ho no wohwɛ na brabɔ na wɔba bɛbɔ hɔ besia wotua in fact ontimi ntua ma wo isane sɛ wohwɛ ne revenue stream baabi a ne sika free ba na wohwɛ niema sika ne bɛka ne nsa wɔ spending wɔ so a sɛ ni pay sɛ wo ma no bosia obebusa ho sɛ aso ɔkɔfɛ sika no wɔ he na ɔde aba betua isane sɛ the income and the revenue kra no eswa eche the expenditure nti wo ne besia ebe dem pass wo betua ana wo betimi atua saa nso so na amayaman ahodo so etie amayaman ahodo ebo besia daa de ye wo man na Moody's agency bi a wo mohwe aman ahodo ene wona hoɔden a wobetimi de aba obesia ne wona hoɔden a wobetimi de atua nti ya wo mo de ratings bi ba ehwe countries ahodo Ghana Moody's a rating over the years eto de bi a wo mo emayen upward review eto de bi wo mo upgrading eto de bi wo mo downgrading ene Moody's ama Ghana an upgrade review a wo mo kira say omo ama Ghana a rating of CAA1 na kanene ye CAA2 and I say yaba 1 but then ye besua de rating we search saying na Moody's omo current ratings omo de ahwe Ghana yesika sebo no Ghana's long-term foreign currency credit rating. We'll find out from those who understand. Sir, or maybe this should be able to your home efa sansemi ho a na patch saying indication it saying from CAA2 to CAA1 and no chere sense Ghana economy na ye ana and no chere Ghana say sika beba ye botomu ana as chere ne saying we'll talk to Dr. Evans Nunu, who is an economist and a business development analyst. He'll be on the line to join us. Now, what boy am I adie afasa rating ya Moody's dia bay ehwo. Na sa ratings in so adie na die fa buy no kwan a so manage economy no. Me sure say what somewhere I think Thursday or Friday. The Trades Union Congress TUC for Babontene Ebeka se omo ba pro echini Ghana ha no nkanka ne bebia galamse ekoso pa na TUC4 ekọ aprobo ne baaye no omo asem ne se mampani ne ade ani akohu no enye brofo ka na enye dialogue asem enimanim ha ya Ghana ya hwe ya ye nyansuo nom enti declare state of emergency TUC akofa sa state of emergency asemi asan de ababiem. But sir, uremfi abakosabri because enche bebre. Now no November, December ye twemu ya. Under the new patriotic party. The same TUC LED organized labor and civil society ahodo anymore. E charge on Akufo-Addo aban. Na charge ni nyina ne say papa said the nsuo no say in fact yes say ye nsuo na galamsey say ensase no. Agensem bibia daddy say aban wa lusu ntokwa no. Bibia daddy say aban wonya krado so be kontokwa ne say de tie. Bibia daddy say impunity amanfo mfa Ghana mra nye hwe police for ni sojafo mumu omo. Enti omo say ye nsuo say ensase. Enti then TUC4 eka kire Omampeni Nanado Danko Kufuado say on declare state of emergency. Now de demand the big can home and now almost so de Obibeka say threat be so can home. Say one declare state of emergency as at December now. Enya dia organized labor adwumayefo bekwa adwuma and no na sechire nyina ne say government machinery was going to shut down. Ministries, departments and agencies in adwuma. Some private sector side the crowd so crowd nan komu kwa adwuma because omu nyina kan ti use no ho anka eyente sukoko kese bia anka ti use 40 e de akira binda da no na mu nyina munim ne ekowie ye na nando to nsa frɛ wo mo kɔ Jubilee House omu wie meeting no ti use for say aban ne de niema bi egu omanimu a ye kire say anamo a wo tu a wode be sig galamsey na no kwan ni nti wo mo say omo ma aban no kwan the opportunity say ne wo so obeye no wonye no mo hwe bebe be kwa kowie Ghana for ye nyina na etikurum hanom e na ye ka say ti use for ma Ghana sa forsa esifom sa ye ma aban the opportunity say o rolling out in the policies krona wode ato adwane be si ne na nkomo a ye die e fa galamsey hu nyina da die say agensem aban dada no ni policy bia no di gu kwan mu a wode stop problem no. There was nothing like that. Ni nyina ne say aban dada no na wo pekwan obefa so a obema ti use for nko strike no because near election month na yes some few weeks to election. Enti say some few weeks to election organized labor eyo madwen so mo nko adwuma bie mu a anoma ko strike because aban no entimi entu galamsey eso sa aban entimi nsi galamsey anokwan nkofo wa ban ni mu ana wo mo ye galamsey ni bia reports bebre bubo mu din wo mu nyina aban anyo mo hwe na sakodum pempenso a yensuo ene yensase ne sese de agi yensem a na wo se wo mo ye biribi ma aban hu se Ghana fo ani abre TUC4 eja yesi kwanfinfi ena wo mo gi aban di ye nyina yanim the result of saye ma aban the opportunity no onye ne obeye hwiansi biribi ansesa 10 months down the line a new government is in power mobekaya aban fufuro we baaye wo musunya sa hanimu na bia ene civil society fo ya wo mo championing na young declare state of emergency omunyina sa aban fufuro ba yenya botremo mo ye hwe ne aban ne beye afi no omo aba omo ye campaign promises de nanso ye mo kwan afi kra na aban ne form ye form government no appointments kra ye wie ye just yenya aban yi hu abotre 10 months down the line ye nyina ya sa ba begina ba bi fa ko ba bia ne yegina December no ya sa begina ho biem na yegina ho a ye to ye ni a ye hwe Ghana montene so no ye hunu ne se aban fufuro ba ye ekono ano nye den te se na ekono ano nye den no bibia nsesa ye hunu ohyewo bia ye hunu ade bi aban eya chese obi abeka said yes ade we na ye hwehwe ana ye nya besi ne dada no a na aban dada na ye no a eno bia na ban yi ya ye chiche nkofo ya ye sizi excavators ya eno na ye ya obi declare Operation Vanguard, Operation Hot, and they say 9 months. Ya soldier for ya, ye chichi ya sa de da na no bia na ye. And that use for say one more san kokrom, oma konkura na say, oma ko districts ni mu, oma ko bebia galamsey ne ekoso. Na nyomu ko hunu ye ne kire say, mampanin eja ye de to aban ba ko no so no, ya san so biem declare a state of emergency. And guess what? Ye nyina ye nim. Aban we position say on state of emergency. President say or no say security for no ntu ni fo say ade na gensem enti on declare enya de obetimi aye omo ka ne say man pen declare obetumi ni ka ko parliament akwa declare a state of emergency na se yi de ne aban no so opeso oye no ye ma na kwan no onye because president kaso say exhaustive opportunities name avenues any options are what state of emergency ne the last one cry you wa kwani asan bebre betimi afa so stop galamsey you see the same tone the same thought pattern and the same thought direction and ye name aban dada ne kan den kire ti use for ka kire mo say munya botre be de niam we gu akwan mu mufanche state of emergency de yenye nu ho abotre na mubenya weni na meye se be ya galamse ne betu ase ene atiusi 40 ase no motwema aban na aban ensujae nanu ya yesan pagya mu declare state of emergency. President Mahama efre civil society for o share no catch on pemplin se ne na do catch na. The only difference is that in another de ne yama cameras number ho ma yanya ne live am obi antie questions e course eno no course behind closed doors we ebe da mu bedwa mu obi atie nkomodi bitie questions ahodo a civil society for no ewo ekwawi akire mampani se state of emergency se ne na ye kae na ye wo options ahodo moma aban ne kwan na ne opeso oye nie opese o declare forest reserves no security zones opese wode nkofo soja fo kogu ho permanently opese wode 9 months ye adwuma enti ene yekohia mampani ne okae and the same refrain yenya botrema aban no yenhwe se ne we beko. But TUC is back with a demand say aban and our president must declare a state of emergency. The question I'm asking in anyway, and we'll get to talk to TUC and say, how far are they prepared to push for a state of emergency? How far are they prepared to go? Because you will be the same baby ye. Aban for fraba. Ye hunu baby akwa. In spite of it, almost a state of emergency. And this is TUC. Are we going to see another threat from TUC says President Mahama and declare a state of emergency? Or strike na? Are we going to get there? Is the TUC prepared to push to the limit and get to that stage na? When we get onto the phone lines with TUC in Penny 4, and of course, we would also help understand nyomo koye aprobono mkoye no nyomo kohunu ye na omo describe what they akire oman for. We also question ba kwa yebusa ne se aso face yi eye former chief justice tokonu free akonya so as chief justice no ye bia punu bia sa punu no ema Supreme Court no eho ababeda deja na dampan ana. Because guess what? Just after Justice Tokonu ade ba ya yi ni free office. And now why say obi the petition akoma president say the acting chief justice ayabo ni din so be substantive chief justice obi the petition akose yenyuno. And then so ya da sorry ya yenya ne tie say obi the petition akoma president say a member of the Supreme Court, not the Chief Justice this time, a member of the Supreme Court, a Justice Yoni Kolinde. Intia say Ghana ni be the petition common president say only Justice Yoni Kolinde am free akonya so as a justice of the Superior Court. Na efa Mokai Richard Jakpa ene Godfrey Dami leaked tape no mokai se mutie tape ni ya ene enkomo efi akire ba ya Justice Yoni Kolinde din ba mu ni ebe hunu akire ni se recording bi koso a na ekoso ewo ni fie se meeting yes se meeting bi koso a I think say it was more about say omu koshiaye ewo ni fie eye Richard Jakpa and Godfrey Dami. Subsequently there was a phone call and a phone call no ehun komoni pia bontene na nipa wa the petition akoma the president is alleging say Justice Yoni Kolinde eguni hu fi as a justice of the Supreme Court because of sa leaked tape no any meeting allegedly a course so ewo ni fie between the former Attorney General and Richard Jakpa. And then another lawyer a file an RTI request, right to information request. Now or the Akoma president say His Excellency the President enyi nsembia no mano efa the alleged petition bi a yesu obi dia beto nanim na che say enenam mframa mu say His Excellency has been petitioned to remove Justice Yoni Kolinde. And as a yenya official confirmation or communication be a say ampa petition be sako. Enti a private legal practitioner one cry ha. And so say what it hu. Say mampani sa competition be sa. Now one. Mampani aya no kre so be the petition be abrel. Say yenyi Justice Yoni Kolinde in free one na. Obusa sa question no. 2. Say ye no kra. Ede na mampani aya fa ho. Wa forward the petition ne dia koma the Chief Justice said ye emra no etie. Wa forward the petition no ya obeti so a conveyor belt. Already a petition ni ba oni hu asemo ka, oni hu wabo. The here ne say the constitution etie no. Ode ebeko na ode akoma the appropriate body na womu ahwe asemo no. In the case the Council of State omo determine a prima facie case na for Chief Justice atena se no ahwe se ne be na edi asemo no na oso opa hunu se ampampa biribi sa akoto mampani nanimu ana eni ebusa se ekwan bi ya bokwan bi ato ho ana enei Supreme Court no abeda deja na because yetimi ayi Chief Justice sa Chief Justice ayi no ababe mbo di nkofo so mumbo wura Supreme Court ni mu na say no president enye inundated with petitions for the removal of other justices ana na we ebedi nkomo ne ahwe say eyampampa say petition bi akọ na etesen na ye di san komo ni abusa say is our judiciary intact. And after the removal of the former Chief Justice anya negative impact bi our judiciary no so ana. And san komo ekra no ukra so fo anu tumu bi na eni hu komo over Facebook. You can share your thoughts. Do you see the Supreme Court the same after the removal of the Chief Justice? Omumu jidie no akofom ama wana anase ye Chief Justice we free way ama wo jidie wo Supreme Court no say akosoro because of say bia omumudro na akosoro bia nipa de petition ko no ne ya adwene enti ususu say onse mfata so obedi anim te no oni ho no Supreme Court no ho abanyam anafo say so oni ho biemu na kwan fa so yi no nti ene Supreme Court no ho adampan abeye weak abeye vulnerable amankofo ni wo mu gidi ana. Let's jump onto the on Facebook and let's get talking ene ewie obeba homa no so ne edi nkomo na onso de wano atomu bi echire baby phone lines na ma and ultra numbers na to her 055 1563916 and 055 565 7278 echire nso yebekwa homa no so ne ne Ora Benjamin Insia enso edi nkomo yenya ntie se oil marketing companies ni bi are indulged in near freno tax evasion. Just say a tour also mutua maban no wo mu entua e dey na akoba amana banesa na wosusu se as a think tank how do we plug sa holes way ewo yen petroleum sector ni emu. We'll get onto the phone lines later and have this very conversation. Ni akwa homa no so yene Dr. Evans Nunu sube kasa on the new ratings Moody's Ediama Ghana from CAA2 to CAA1, what it means, its implication, what is it indicates. A DMPA na ede with sa upgrade way na yedi san common any use for so ede ahihye so ewo ho na NDC for womo polling agents enso anu demu a womu supa o omo si ato aba na wie enso sika na wo se ede ma womo as polling agents no omo ahwe animu a sa sika no emma enti womo atro a petition omo si to whom it may concern subject appeal for payment of allowances for unpaid presidential polling agents of the 2024 elections. Now, sa petition, it's a 5-page petition signed by Bright Nathaniel Chikata, or an unpaid presidential agent, Dom Kwabenya constituency, NDC. Now, or say or petition way on behalf of all other agents omo assume NDC as polling agents for both parliamentary and presidential elections. Besine, womun sanka, womun allowances a party no, promise womo. Na yebekwa ahoma no so achire ne ne ma DJ Braille ono ye deputy director of elections akasa arrangement be na party no ne polling agency koye 10 months down the line womun sanka womun sika, and they make reference to counterparts in the NPP. Say womun counterparts of NPP omo ye polling agents no omo de omo nim pefe say omo saka omo allowances nyina na omo mo wini anwa ba ban mu no ena asa aban no atwa womo agya party na atwa womo agya enti womo eje wono allowances den na okan a part of their petitioner was say, and I quote, "We are equally concerned about the process through which agents' allowances are being handled. It remains unclear why payments for party agents would have to be made through the office of the MCE instead of through the appropriate party structures." Hey, MCE ni DC for nitua allowances nana. And they are asking Sadentina, say yaya party adwuma wi a yakogiska yako MCE ni DC office. And they are asking, and this is a legitimate question. Almost also say this situation has left many of us frustrated, disillusioned, and feeling neglected after our loyal service to the party. Now, guess what? I had no say. To make matters worse, our counterparts who served as agents for the New Patriotic Party, even though they are now in opposition, have all received their allowances. Yet, those of us who sacrificed our time, energy, and safety for the NDC's victory have not been treated with the same fairness. Many of us remain unemployed, and the small allowance we earned through our work has still not been paid. Tia, we vividly recall that during our training and deployment, we were assured that our efforts would be rewarded and that there were packages in place for all agents. However, since the elections ended, no such commitments have been fulfilled, and the silence from party leadership has been disheartening. We, the unpaid presidential polling agents of the Dom Kwabenya constituency, are therefore appealing to the appropriate authorities within the party and government to immediately address this matter. We have exercised patience for months, but the continued neglect leaves us no choice but to consider peaceful demonstrations to demand what we rightfully earned through our service to the party and nation. We respectfully urge the leadership of the NDC to treat this matter with the seriousness it deserves and ensure that the allowances of all unpaid presidential agents are paid without further delay. I just quoted in part the entire petition. But as we jump onto the phone lines with Bright Nathaniel Chikata when he shares with us the details of Omo petition. Join us live on Facebook. Na your friend then come on and she shares so. EpaHoaDaben Jumedieni.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
.9 FM EpaHoaDaben Jumedie Emra na so se futusem ebre we na wie na ye futusem no a very simple but a very important matter. It's a straightforward issue, but e bia wadwenin koso dinti e bia wo no hunu se problem kese e de ma me e de ma wo e de ma Ghana e de ma environment aye timuo na wo se nyina ya adwene ba so a ene ebetimi atu hu anamo ne aye biribi e de afa ho ewe mefutusem efa ahonidie ene eye yasetene mu na ye ka ahonidie a na medemani e kire ade baako a ema yehudie enwie peye ema yahonidie enwie peye ade baako a ema yempotemu a yeti nyina ye tan aye fi na eye fi nso a akoye krankro efi a meka ho asem yi eye plastic waste eye single use plastic waste sa efi adane krankro ewo Ghana ha ene bebia wo befa bia kamia yese woto ani a bola a wo behunu eye rubber nkwa eye plastic nkwa eye single use plastic nkwa hwe gates mu na hwe ye montene so na hwe ye nsuo mu hwe ye si sadia no kwan ye mo environment no ho ban ewe ma mimbusa woto pure water nom ya wo de to hefa ene pure water eye sika ba nipa bi tiemiye pure water no eye sika de ma nipa bi eye sika ma wonom esesa ene eye sika ma wonom a omukọ process na me how kese ba ko ne se ye de pure water rubber ya nso esa nso ya another rubber e mu se de pure water ne ya other things ene ebinum kura hunu se pure water rubber no kura no utimi processing ya fuel a type of fuel free mu utimi the power simple machines bi sa opportunity we nyina wo ho enso yen na magbo a rubber no eye pure water rubber no adani efi di amayen instead say ye be take advantage of recycling na ye be timi the pure water rubber na ye bribi ye de emfaso bebre environment na ye be ye no da bi ye nom wiane ato atwene na enberwafo ne nam na esesa se be ya omusu benya wo manu aduane na omusu adidi sanse omo beton sa rubber no na unim se eyade a eye resource etimi eye obi ansa no aduane anase wankasa na Ghana ni ewie oyusu wie a na wato atwene ba bia keke momi ehwe ne emabi ye na rubber ne sei yensa ase sei yensuo yenfri ani enkyere single use plastic bi to say take away polythene bag ibi yenyina yenim take away polythene bag no eso mfaso e wo mayen at best mfaso dia yenya free take away rubber ni mu ane se wode ade agumu anade ade ahyemu na wadu fie na wayi ade na fi mawie a carrier bag just to take you home udu fie na wayi ade kro na wo take away rubber ni mu efiri mu wie a ne aka wonsam ye baller rubber no fanye hwe onwe ufense esi odem in fact unfa nkonkoto ade biem because okoso okoto ade be sama rubber foforo enti yen kasa no rubber ne yemu esa ne se anytime bia wo be ko shop bia so koto ade rubber ne yesanso de chaw enti ama rubber no abedane adesoa bia mayen but ye hunu se ya adesoa because kwabrani yusu ya wotwetwe nti wo hunu ni say adesoa but opie ufie na usia bontene a rubber no ohunu ni ba bia kromo aye tan nyina aye rubber
Happy FM
yengata se mu aye choke di nyina dodo na aye rubber epunimu ene efie dukurumu efi aye wo epunimu kase pa aye rubber yinko a busa ho se sa rubber na ohunu wo gata sinimu no sa pure water rubber na ohunu wo street no so no sa take away rubber na akwahye gatamu na bontoa no hwana na eye menu a lifestyle problem we feel so you feel say so convenient my koto toothpaste ba ko pe no age rubber ukoto sardine ba ko no age rubber obi kura koto panie kura wonyaye ankobeka se fashion take away rubber mu ma no biribia ye to bia ye package wo rubber mu rubber yin susu ye dudu fia ne amoa de ato ball mu ya to atwene nti de ne ye hu and the rubbers ni nyina are ending up in the ocean. Rubbers ni nyina are ending up ewo emoa ayemoa yem anantwie we rubber because mo dia package aduane imponche we rubber no because mo dia package aduane. Look at this bra Facebook behe. This is certainly not sustainable. Bottled water ene sum gata kese mu no nsuo no kura nya kwan. Bottled water nkwa ayi kan say bottle yi nkwa o ene oba Facebook abehunu we ya Ghana he ya na o picture na da so sesia na wo ko wachi kakra wo say bridge na nkasa no bridge no nwura bebre sensen bridge no eye rubber bags nkwa na wo hunu oba Facebook abehunu ade amepa kire ene we mafutu sem ne say let's say no to single use plastic ekwan be ne beka no ebi ni se okoto aduane afa chensen ko ebi ni se wo kodwom a fa wo basket ana pe bag ba ko enu na de kodwom ukwa nkwaje rubber fa mbefie ade ba ko be ya ma me ni se wo be pe bowl e de ato office o drawer na e wo office no desk no e am kan drawer o drawer na e wo office no e ya pe bowl ne fatum pe plate fatum fa tere ka ho ne pe cup so ka ho ebeya bowl no pe bi to ka animu pe bag bi eda o ka mu a anytime I will drive ya opese o si from kotobiribi no ubeyi sa bag ne dia koto na ka chema me ne se me mpe rubber because umpie free shop ho mfa ball ani wachi nkofie adenti na wo koto wa ache a umfa chance free fie nkoto wa ache na wo mua so kama kane na efe yesi Yapon school aba yebedi awie aduane enti yebedi beans gobe unima de ebe ya mayen yebeyi basket baako na nkwada ne emiensa obi a bowl esi basket ni mu ne maame e de napkin aka ho me ame ya pani no na ma fa kire o na makopa papa santifi o betom na Eric maame ton beans wo ho na makoto beans no minua keto ade na me nso me de na me de si basket ni mu e de napkin na bua so na deche me de aduane na ba fie na me nua no aba bedi ene akwada no otese me no okwa koto sa gobe na bia ofifie na akonso so wonfa chensen sane so ohunu se sa na mpanimfo no ye no na wakwa kogina gobewura no ho me to gobe sorry ya ti gobe na ma no egu roba mu gobe hyehyehye no ya ti de egu roba ni mu de ama akwada no na ya kyekyiri wi a ya de ahye take away polythene bag ba kumu aka ho na ya san kyekyiri because e feel say oil no ebe pia fa ho ye wi a ya san de gobe ni asa hye one take away mu enti gobe kakra na akwada no toy no de rubber bag miensa na ba fie na ye ti gobe na nkasa gu mu a ye kyekyiri ye any second polythene bag a ye de gobe ni hye mu san kyekyiri ye because ye mpese oil no be pia fa ho and the final rubber bag a ye de gobe ni nyina hye mu akwada no e ba be kura songi no de akọ na wanye lucky kura nso anu akohia akwada bi a sa gobe no okotoe no o de nante akọ school anu de kọ ba bi enti ene obetwe du ansa na obedidi de obefiase di okwan so bo se rubber no wayi first one ato atwene second one wayi gobe na frimu eno na ebu ya omunyi aduane ni mfirimu kura omo de hye ho na wate gobe na no rubber no wate ano no aka gobe na fra wom na akwada yi ofi rubber ofi ayi beans gobe ofi beans ne te se pure water e wo rubber mu ti odi aduane na wodi nyina no rubber na no na wokae na etuatua ho nkitenkite no odi gobe ni nyina rubber ni nyina so kọ nanum ekọ ne yem wadidi awie owie a rubber no wamoa wato atokwan ho straight into the gutter anko gutter ni mu a aponchi bia wonam enso so akwakohunu ama worry rubber no because oti aduane pampan wom oti beans pampan wom into obere rubber no ama rubber no akọ clock wo ne yem we about Facebook I make the alternative ways wait me aye we mu bi we paper bowl or de ne beans or de ne yam anase ne bayire gumo obetimi apɛ basket ade bɛkɔ dwom yenye we ma ye ho na ye ma environment no ɛho nte we ani mafutu sem ena awie me de bro. Let's say no to single use plastic and help save the environment.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Yawie ne sa yemfa motivational message ne mra. Ene mame show nkran kakra. Mame ho kwan na me show nkran kakra. You may be having a bad day. Ebiana feature no pa be sin the day is not going well for you. Said you plan it dano. Ene se ne na wususu se be kono. Eda ne nte sa enko sa ma. So you are already having a very bad day. How do you deal with it? Joyce, for your call, the motivational message and area and Ghana for HM. And then your afternoon message of motivation. Yes, say good days give happiness and bad days give experience. Worst days give lessons. The best days give memories. This is for somebody who is having a bad day. Ade ba kwa mehunu ewa brabo mu at least me few years wa brabo mu ni asasi so amabetina. And say Jemima life wo hu life this life it is all about perspectives, the way you see things. Said the unhunu niema sa na niema ne betia ma wo. You may be having a bad day, but me pesi ye hunu wo bad day na unya nene no from a different perspective. Se uhunu ne etoto in a day as a bad experience and a mau bad day a da ne bekɔ da wie ye no you and I ebeja to mu se ne obeka ne se I had a terrible day or I had a bad day. And obe friend say it was a bad day because of the way uhunu niema etoto wo within the day. Perspective. Obi hunu ni say bad days give you experience. Say obe hunu enema ebetoto wodanimu as negative nkwa, you will be very stressed. In fact, psychologists have said say onipa uhunu bibi negative a trigger stress ewo wadwene mu first. Adwene fi ase se eye adwuma boroso. Immediately you perceive something as negative, o trigger o stress levels. Bentene wi mi busa ai woni nipa ne yese enemu be hia nanka business deal no mawie. Enso ene wa frɛ nipa no o mema wa excuses. Ebi nso a esa ne se o chenti no biribi nso se wo baabi. Me no ka say why ha obi promise wo say obema wo dwetiri wakogina ne office one story after the other. Why basa? Your day is being messed up. Fitani bi e ka kire say wo car no by 12 o'clock na you ready. Wa pack wo niam nyina wa ready say anka 12 by 12:30 de no watu. Wo frɛ fitani up till now won fa. How do you see those experiences? Such an experience ama wo bibu afu wakasa fitia no pasa abesi samre ni bi pikosoro. That experience, obi experience nso ena wie wanya no, ama ni bu afu ama ene ontimi pon concentrate nya adwuma. It's all about perspective, how you are seeing that problem. Sebia obetimi adane asem no na wakase ene de menhunu nipa suban ne mafamu ene no ama masua bribi afri nipa ho ne ene mafamu na ama mahu se yemfa yeni ntu nipa so. Look at the positive side of that bad experience. So obehunu ne say a lesson, a opportunity be a amu ohunu say say ni paper kamene ne toso koso ye business and kamen sabesi form be the radius say na wada ne suma di a kire me o hyebo a woni so say obehunu no from that angle ne adane stress ama wa ene wuntimi concentrate no ebe free wo so turn that stressful experience into something positive and then show gratitude to the universe. Say one more opportunity ama say nipa ne ni suban abeda die. Woni nipa na sai de bia woni ni time so. Ama businesses bebre asay. But what treat you ade no as so negative nti de bia no why you stressed. De bia na wo afu, de bia na wo complaining. I would rather you see the issue as erade me da se se nipa wa ma me hunu se de wote obehunu ni se a opportunity be to learn something new may stressful and fun if you can join those who see bad days as giving you an experience now I join one more omuhunu worst days as days are and my lessons are Bejime say enipa be stressful, but wo onye stressed. Because when the problems come, you bounce it and turn it around and you look at the positive side of it. Ewiya takachiro who say it could have been worse. Ade na why you stressed no. One of the ways I may deal with stress, any pressure in the day, any misfortunes. And he say ade na ato me sesia no anka the worst case scenario anka be ye den nanka eye worse nso anka me ye den so eya me say it could have been worse ka na abo ebi nso a abo bia mo wawu yade na abo na ne age wato hospital it could have been worse sa yade no e de obi kọ insuo na ato na ayiri afa wo dan mu niema na what if say eja ne to ho na nka wo to ho na wo na wo mahye yenso it could have been worse the bia no yema gratitude endi anim when we come face to face with negativity and that is the way to deal with stress ewe yemfa we nhye hu kran yemfa nantimu EpaHoaDaben dwumadi anie ebetie sim komonim sesi don't forget yawo October month mu to where me boa oba Facebook na behwe ya bo me ribbon ni bi we me ana me call request me do reception ho me hu say girls ne bobo ana Joyce me ribbon ni mi hu ana me do ho na me hu say mai obi abobo bi sa ne ade na me say na de na me ma ne de mo ribbon si bi me ma ne pink de pay we me mo me baako na me digina hey ye nuanom ma nufu ade hu hia yem pa nufo no ketua bi anim na kase bi anim nufo utase enti yemo ho ban obi peketua obi pekese anagima ma meboa obi petintin obi nso pet ne eti se nkosu ayache tatra obi nso ti se obi pe ne eti se fufuo obi pe case 5 ba se de tie bia no se nufo no amo ho ban you can't enjoy it. Oba na mu ankasa enye wiase anije because onam no kokram woni nufumu odwene enwene na kampo bema wakwase wokosusu mu nanka wo ho asisi wo so. Breast Cancer Awareness Month mu ne ewo no. Se on check wo nufu da. For month we yes ade ne mame why. Yese mema nso timinye bi. Ti bema wo ho announce wamiemi anufu kakra. I know say it feels weird so bema to hona we don't say miemi anufu na neda asem kure nie but esane se epa pomudinti eya ne aye ne saa EpaHoaDaben dwumadie eni afa no adwene emo akwa aba medin ene Bismark Brown show produced by Joel Fode Sanko supported by Jimaima Adato and Joyce Akumeniwa abena ensuring we're streaming live. I will take a break. Bekwaba, yɛbɛtie sim komuni mu na ne ahyehye ni nyina no. Yɛde asomo yɛba sisi a.
Efiri nua hini ekosi nro efiri haban edi konkwa Ghana bibidro di tumi sorry ahwodene ene nukremu ebre no dro say ye di Ghana Herbal Conference a die di kan kra ebro jumadie ebekoso December bosomene da etoso miensa ekopim enum ewo Prempe Assembly Hall Kumasi asemtitra eda jumadie ne so ne Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation. Bra, na bahwe akwanya hodo a ye bibinro na hunu nura hodo a ya yo ewo Ghana ha na ne adunsifo akukudan ene wono mu a wo ye bibinro mu hwemu eni nkoma ehun hia sa adwumadie wono mu maso yasene amiade bramo eye the Ministry of Health, Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association, GAFTRAM, Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, and the Center for Plant Medicine Research. Bomodia, na kwa be fontin tankese ne so www.ghanaherbalconference.com. DHE ewa be fontin tankese ahodo no so at Ghana Herbal Conference. So pese obeda wunru awayo no edi anase ope baby a ubetimi di unro na sie ewo dwumadie na se a bomodia na frey ewo tetefo homa iso 0202-222-095. Ana before forms ewo YFM Kumasi Inshaye so ben MTN Inshira FM anase Love FM. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy.
Tovilla Water Solutions. Tovilla Water Solutions. If in a water treatment you define it. Tovilla Water Solutions. Technical support for your water systems. Tovilla Water Solutions. Water research deo. Training deo. Tovilla Water Solutions. Water dispensers, drinking water supply. Tovilla Water Solutions. We dey provide safe water for your homes. Companies, industries, communities. Government and non-governmental organizations.
When it comes to customer satisfaction and professionalism in water solutions, Tovilla Water Solutions is the #1 in Ghana. You can contact us on 055-2490-864. We are located at Titegu, Accra, Ghana.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
.9 FM, welcome back. Afenu adwene a EpaHoaDaben dwumadie eni baabi a wo bia no eto nsa fro so tie nka radio so a yesan so nhia ewo Facebook live na yemfa nkomo no ento aso ewo ho na ewie yedin nkomo about the judiciary, the Supreme Court, and near eboboba se ase after yeyi justice toko no free ho no ene kofo bebre atomani de si Supreme Court no so we're hearing of petitions flying left, right, center against certain members of the Supreme Court. Question is, have the floodgates been opened for the Supreme Court to come and attack? Na aso nietiti no enokre say some members of the Supreme Court petition copy president anymore na, and is the president doing what the Constitution requires by sending and forwarding to the appropriate quarters and ebedin komoina yahwe sa and semono near the ani so atiesi galamse nkomo no mu ne sanse tiusi fo ene omasan peja the call for state of emergency mo den ama omosi aban no hwe na mampani and declare a state of emergency. How far are they willing to push this agenda? Womo ebe kose omo beye strike ni bi said na no womo eye Akufo-Addo aban na anase we no omo take a different approach. We'll get to talk to TUC for we'll get more understanding from what they seek to do with sa demand the way. But where the Daily Democrats, the Obokrata anymore, krata na sem the assembly abetudwa etwetwe so kakra. Now, this is related to the Ghana Revenue Authority and oil marketing companies. Akodwa omo pretty or minimum
98.9.
Here taxes na ye a developer or minor. But what would be your reaction when you hear say Ghana Revenue Authority has stopped a whopping $2.3 million fuel tax evasion. Na say anka omaine behre $2.3 million in taxes. Oil marketing companies wasan komutu adema buying. Now, all kind of story now say the Ghana Revenue Authority has intercepted 10 trucks loaded with diesel in a major operation that prevented an estimated $2.3 million in tax losses to the state. We want to find out about the saying OMCC because near TN say a more strict regulatory regime a manage fuel tankers no any baby a womoko say be ya near Jerry for preventi ebinsi. How are they able to still evade taxes and go under the radar? Benjamin Isia will join us on the line. But before then, my main phone call Jama washing powder swear na menchro and the pebia a free hoba. Jama washing powder a detergent be a ehwam pa. Detergent be so and che a huropo any udigun sumo also muano na epu a huro. Detergent win so no boy den be out in him now to see a CO detergent idea. Oye ya ne pu awura be o se ne board den budget friendly. Ope washing powder papa eyi fini nkekawa wo entade mu a Jama washing powder ewo multi enzyme stain removing formula efi ene nkekawa biada ebeyi no e free honomo obetimi e de go washing machine mu e de si niema ebeyi efi ntade ni nyina mu obetimi nso de gu nsuo mu aposa esi ebeyi efi ni nyina enya wo posa no na eye adwuma no Jama washing powder no na eye adwuma no. Grab your Jama washing powder ene ubenya bi ewo shop bi e ben wo na onso odi bi akofie akobo woni wabusua eho omuntade eho ban isane se ene semuna bi wo hono mu a entimi montade eho ban odi si atade wi a na eni anwan fabric no quality sedien papa sedien odi be si no isane se detergent na nye gentle harsh bleach wo mu ano odene ebe mu atade na ni nyina wan enye sana Jama washing powder tie Jama washing powder into atade ebo atade ho ban matade mu yehwam na eyi efi ene enkekawa bia efiri ntade no emu me kanfo de amawo kono kope Jama washing powder na enje wo akagina mu enu achi na memfa wonko business and financial times so esane se jumede kase bi beba so bosumi October ya won kran ha na jumede no the 14th Ghana Economic Forum yebihia na di Ghana sikasem ho enkomo na ni nyina no ebeba so on Wednesday 29th October 2025 ebeba so Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. There over 300 leaders eba ababishiemu from government, from business, from diplomacy, and development partners. Yeba niya bishiemu niya din komobi, en komo niya din currency stability, a reset for sustainable economic growth. Na eno eni etitira semua ya dwenwene ho. Yebewo plenary sessions ahodo a eno nso no bonto na ye dedidi nkomo bi. Komo ni bi a ebekoso during the powerful plenary sessions no ebeye strengthening the economy and finance, unlocking energy and renewable solutions, and transforming agriculture and its value chains. Se owo suehunu owo nimdie wonte ase owo sa topics yi nyina ho a you want to be part of this very big conversation. Se beya jumedi no enso ebenya the richness of your ideas na yetimi abma omani sikasem ejina brane. Obe expect bold conversations, actionable strategies, and a high-level networking. And no nebe shape Ghana yen industrial future. The Ghana Economic Forum 2025 Diano Ebebaso on the 29th of October, Wednesday 2025. They are powered by the Business and Financial Times with support from one of valued partners and almost sponsors. Bank of Ghana, Fidelity Bank, KPMG Ghana, Arthur Energy Africa, Republic Bank, Olam Agri, Ghana Stock Exchange, PURC, Bui Power Authority, Ghana Gas, Gridco, VRA, the Bank Hospital, HR Certification Center, Metro TV, and of course, Happy 98.9 FM. Me message you medie isane say eno na be the defining moment for Ghana's economic future. Opeso ye partner ana o sponsor abefre 0244 689 521 ana 0209 457 427. Obetimi so akọ wono website na oni omo akodim komo ewo ho Ghana Economic Forum.com. Na sa ena enkomo no akwaye bomoden na fa hojimu bi na kusua de kotoato adwene kotie different perspectives a ebeboa na ashepu oman no yensi kasem. Mame kwa homa no so na first stop mene Benjamin Nsieni nkomo executive director Emma the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy, SEMSE. GRA has stopped a whopping $2.3 million fuel tax evasion. Now, kind of story now. Ghana Revenue Authority intercepted 10 trucks na loaded with diesel. Now, a major operation and a GRA sa interception no ama sikanke yakwa hore $2.3 million. Ena GRA4 etimi ede womo 9 esifom na omo ye press conference no mde asemi tudwa Commissioner General Emma GRA Mr. Anthony Kwesi Sapon ena ode tudwa say the trucks were carrying about 540,000 liters of automotive gas oil AGO. They were seized through a joint operation between Customs Preventive Unit and the National Security. Now, interception also between the night of October 7 and at the early hours of October 8, 2025. Omunya intelligence say export consignment has been diverted illegally. Is it the case say sa practice way a kosopa na GRA achiba akubiana? Executive Director, Emma Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy, Benjamin Nsia. Let me engage him. Ben, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Boko dear.
Nyami Adam, what's on answer?
Binso Nyankopon Adam ho ye pa. Sa fuel diversion ya anka ebe cost $1 million yi. Eyeme na kakra because of arrangement aminim say MPA Ediegu Akwemu regulating the OMCs and the movement of fuel across the country. Is it the case say ayade a ekoso na fe Nigeria chibi na said dien? Walk me through how you react to sa asemwe.
Medaziminia. The SE and Asamfofo. And I think so the one most of the reports are about petroleum downstream where EFA tax evasion year on year there are a lot of these evasions. The last report I have available around 2023 BDC4 now as a Bidex no publish what they call the petroleum downstream industry report. That report naturally said in 2023 tax evasion and asset product diversions equals to a mine in excess of 200 million Ghana cedis. There are a lot of diversions, even though your robust monitoring systems. What I always say at Sense is Sometimes I need machines and only announcing feed na you I never say if but nipa na omushe feed so no and I was say my ni come so nipa ni corrupt so nipa no support these cartel activities who probably machine feed saying a lot of them will bypass these and also bypass the payment of taxes, levies and other regulatory margins. Already is one of several attempts at national security in the area. Some of these cartel, and they are a sophisticated cartel. Only some workers at GRA and also workers at MPA come home to evade these taxes. But unfortunately, for them, this year I think the new GRA boss, can put down on them. More 10, and we must commend the GRA boss. But I think the first statement, is incomplete if they don't list the names of these companies and our company. If they don't list the tanker owner now, only the tanker mine for these diversions, if they don't list some supportive staff from MP, GRA, so many I think that Obuduma Diomodino and we pay. And it is so much money who said 540,000 liters. And Eka say the call stream Mantifi, because they say make a Kuro, not actually Ghana, because if you look at the reports, anytime we talk of fuel evasion or an Eka fuel evasion, na chese sa fuel no emi kwansan ke use no krom ha ebia de ko Burkina ebia de ko Mali sa na ya tro se ye de ko na mum ye mfa nko na ya ton no krom ha anti say ye ton no krom so a there's likely going to be a recipient OMC. This OMC corner nanka we na drink say obe receive product aton na tax right that's 2.3 million on tiano. We must know all these individuals and as a companies so that ebeboa ama yahu say these are companies ye never monitor ama waye adepa because if you look at the petroleum down so the odi kan before products leave depot especially products are export they are likely going to be on certain bonds via insurance or bank bonding and it is a free depot when the monitor BDC bank and a load product and as a BDC chrono load product now you see the product because individuals cannot sell the products to Burkina Faso. It must be a buy deck. The buy deck corner also the products they call Burkina, Niger and Mali. What's the sunny route? Any route after before Amaya Cochino. So I buy the was a Jerry who buy the crow. Tankers so our Molodu products and 10 of them say Nipoba could you the different tanker companies who was say Lucium and supportive staff or more Emma diversion because for example the products air Kustrima and as I call any of the landlord countries you will route air was safer and they are tracking devices at GRA or MP. I monitor route in our fano. This vehicle ne part was all fun. So one far will be the affidavit in another system also alerting them. They who said no, okay, say be offer Eastern Corridor, and I say offer Western Corridor, and also offer Central Corridor. Name mum your coherent system no bag your casa offer one for what the cover by before, and I see who say offer by before. I was say alerting them. All these things they will say you may conform because it's a cartel.
And what kind the statement as issued by GRA almost detailing the modus operandi of SADA and almost say almost temper with the tracking devices on the tankers. In fact, almost disengage tracking devices, na anka kwakwo almost some of the Nemano were meant for export. But Omukodu port there was no vessel designated for sa consignment, And investigations ebe reveal say the tracking devices on the tankers had been tampered with and disengaged. Now, it brings into sharp focus monitoring regime na GRA and NPA edi ato akwan mu no, because it appears to say see a track at the monitoring devices and tracking devices about tracks, but people are able to tamper with it. And according to almost statement, my investigations in Panka, they wouldn't have known, say, the tracking devices had been tampered with. Is it possible, say, tampering of tracking devices see a pervasive practice be a Koswana?
And I make us a senior system, Netiana, Obi any hobby to my tamper with the devices without the full knowledge of some staff at GRA or some staff at MPA. Because trackers, no, Oko MPA, almost security room and our control room, all the vehicles are moving on, or more system monitor vehicle beyond the route. It is all diverted route now, and no cry a part of diversion. Because Oka said, yeah, offer Akusumbu, no Akofa who. No akofa isin corridor no edi akopie bia boku na odi awura bokena, that is export bia oka se ofa Accra, Kumasi, Kintampo, Bolga, Paga edi awura bokena, that is another part. Bia oka se ofa Takrade, Seshi Domano area ho Sampa na eno so odi akopie bokena, that is another part. Until the moment I what you can say ofa ko kwan so na who say car no enam Kumasi kwan no, that is diversion. It will say echo, and the system shows until be our engine room and after control room libiano, it will say you don't need investigation. It will say that is one. Now the two, the be our say for central corridor, that's Kumasi and Ediako Bokina. Na uyi tracker no ewo Kumasi a nipa na ote control room ne woso nti se utimi yi na se nipa na ote control room no a alert either a GRA or MPA a alert. Now it has to take certain investigations and sana yetimi ahu nipa na. It means that ankrofo no ana nipa ko no mo these rooms no at that specific times no as alien nti na ye ka say ye pese yes sanction BDCs, and I said, BIDEX are more engaging in these activities with other stakeholder agencies, almost support to this syndicate here. And now I was saying, staff will be some of these rooms. At the time, these recalcitrant industry players, the AE trackers, I was saying, some you penalize you because 540,000 liters but each year we lose over 200 million Ghana cedis as a result of tax evasion.
Wow.
There was this report launched by Seaboard in 2021 or so. Omoka tax evasion boom at that time they actually in excess of 1 billion Ghana cedis. So say you see your tankers, your trackers on these tankers. You will or monitor trackers in the various offices. That's a still. Yeah, that's so these taxes are. They mean that any tanker, any trackers now. The individuals in these offices are compromised. And that is why we think that aside say over penalizing companies, and was a while social workers need penalize it. You penalize your more. That should be also be very compromiser. And also connive with these companies to evade taxes. Obeja food to be free. Functions are the man colleague no agile. But the onion is an abbreviated trackers in the money had and the other individuals. And I think that this cartel goes beyond the petroleum service providers. There are also certain regulators or money cartels so that at the end of the day, these evaded taxes they benefit from it.
Regulators?
Yeah, regulators as in MPA and then tax collectors as in GRA.
As GRA.
Yes.
Now, how would you take this? Say, one of the reasons in here, OMCs, are found foul of the law, and now boom raso diversion BC Koswa. Normally no one to say MPA and GRA Edumudin Betuja. I did a case on GRA and some private companies be and also for tax evasion. And in one of my RTI requests, I asked that they furnish me with companies needing. And the response they gave me, they said, omo clients. And they cannot seek to tarnish omo corporate image by putting out there, say, we say. For such a whopping amount, and Kayeba Belusu. Now, such an excuse, say, OMCs, they are going concerns. Their businesses are omo customers. Oko publishing the didn't say why diversion be affected the business. What is the excuse? No necessary reasons. Nintia. Yente companies are ya culpable. Uso mu saying.
The episode say the GRA and MPA support these illegal activities. Because obi adibone, what dibone no. One way I activity stop for corruption and illegal activities, no, a name and shame. It is a woman who companies need here. That's what we have so need get the idea. Obetu no home for say no, sa company abribi esena or the home air for money. But what the company need this year, it means that company no money na odino. And that is why sometimes there's even a grapevine rumor when that's they only arrest companies or money already say be expected to.
That's almost
no, and that is why Mikacho said Afibiano Yelusu more than 200 million Ghana cedis as a result of tax evasion in the petroleum downstream.
Yeah.
Are we saying say 200 million no? GRA4 any companies nana? Because of more tracking devices of these on these companies.
Yeah.
Are we saying say MPA4 any companies yana? Can companies operate in vacuum in darkness? MPA ni GRA kaso muni. They know.
Especially when you have impounded their trucks.
Yes, you know them.
Branded trucks for that matter.
Yes. This is what you see. Now, it's a open set Uji Sika be through Omoho. Omutia, they should go and continue and do the activity. None afford any more. Because make nobody did crash them not that be menam. Let me who vehicle be. Not vehicle, no number. I can call Jerry and say, oh, Jerry, this particular company, I'm on the window. The vehicle and I'm the new products are not and yet the new product.
Yeah.
That is bet me, I make information available to GRA and MPA so don't make my year. But this whole issue of secrecy within the petroleum downstream, because it's a crude industry, no, is the reason why some of these evasions are taking place. So, we have company bina ya China, ube kumuno, nabia oni obi, aya kana nabia onye ready so be committee demand na nipano epeno. This onye ready so be committee dia, if I bet you ne akase uyi bedi na yacho, because there are many of them are moving into some of these taxes in the name say of the products no. Burkina, Mali, and Niger. But these products end up being dumped at Galante site, illegal mining across Ghana.
So what can say more? What can say
more?
That
is the reality. And then America, the reality, no, your products are diabetic room in a mining site, na the Codico support to Galamsey. And GRA, they are aware of it, MPAs are aware of it.
Mekasa what can say more? Na me patch say, a man phone for what my dream call say. Ye diverti fuel also call Mali, Burkina, and they up filling stations. Nemo muno yakotoma galamsey for.
Oh,
wow,
yes.
I haven't thought about this like this. You know who say crada.
Ebi koho, ebi also call what we call third-party supply.
Okay.
Yo kroma yo OMCs bia, ebi ana ode. a banker in terms of regulatory margins now, it was Utiano, what this can on MP. Taxes there was Utiano. What these are taxes not revenue me so tax on Vancoma buying. In the MPA, it means to put these companies all more left and just some settle this debt.
Okay.
In the or filling station, no, they will system no more. It be quite a auto product. Let's go back on the filling station, no. Product. Auto. When you're free, on your free, your friend third party supply. So some of these diversions, you know, over the call some of these OMCs are. Omuni system no also buludu no. That no mode ko no makoton. Ya kan no mode use akọ galante site. Akoton ama ebinum. Ebi so ho a genuinely OMC bi ho a. Ono no system no mu I say also lodu. Then because of diverted products no any tax wo muninti no ne boy for. For example, a liter of diesel and a gas oil I say nke diabetes. A liter bi an utia 4 Ghana cedis 25 pesos. E also this is all divertia. Maybe also inclusive of the taxes no. Untia. This all your third party be. Obetima to product no tane poor. Be a 6 cities da. Obetima to am 8 cities. Nani pa no so the via 2 cities are come out on 10 cities. So that obe make profit because at the end of the day no taxes are also tiama by the own tia. So it is a cartel thing now. All you want perform more GRA, you want perform more MPA, you want perform more industry more. Omo nyina support to but se ba ko feli ba ko a na ba ko akoyi ba ko to ana e kan say like what really secret no na ya ko che no na aja aha na wa ya ko che na ya be hu dede.
Let's explore this bit of the convo. Maybe that will be the last leg. The tax regime wa say exporting petroleum products are attracted taxes. Unsusu say and the motivation for this diversion.
Okay, so
and I also ask just before you come in, I also ask and help me understand. Yeah, yeti o man yimu a yedi yen taxes. Akofa fango na ba bust ahodi ama yen ana say ye be process ye the value addition be kan ho ayaye no. Yen yetua taxes etua 1 cedi kra per liter na omo ba be fa free ha no mo de call omo mamu no omo export ya tax free. Is that fair? Help me understand this.
So it depends on tax by
okay.
And I think some of these products now are export no transit products. Nti omo de ba ye be ka kire mo ni say enye Ghana products but ye de so e de akobokina because there ye need Sonabel. Bokina mo petroleum company no Sonabel. I jinkita hu ye say ye the products e komo.
Okay.
And Sonabel na only company auto petroleum products if free Ghana because omo sector no mo say that and deregulating no then you deregulate a sector you only one BDC.
Okay.
Our Sonabel. This is a transit product. That product enya dia ye consume ne ha.
Okay.
That tax is na ye tia okuman air consumption tax.
Okay.
Into her special petroleum tax, energy sector levies no. Ni nyina consumption tax. This is a root of usage no enya Ghana. Ni kwan se utia that consumption tax no.
Okay.
Nti bi obetime tia other duties be acceptable within the West African zone. But the consumption tax they also tia 4 Ghana cedis 25%, including other margins, you know. Any quality product ne kobokina utia. Apart from the consumption tax, there were certain margins, regulatory margins here. MPA, EJ, UPPF. UPPF na internal way you distribute to your product. Obekobokina now no one is different system or distributing the product. This is what charge UPPF or Burkina products were. And you be do one na otia double because product in Ghana dia. Right?
Sure.
Oh, your fuel market margin. Product need free air ko Burkina. Be omo send your market up for product. Different from send your market up a product. And I ain't doing market of product mount ni kwa say this is cano. Nti die ntia ye taxes be away products so yen Burkina dia no because of your consumption taxes. All the taxes we are paying on petroleum products are consumption taxes, and they are not import duties. But industry know the loopholes and weaknesses of the system. Nti yebeka to say de ko Burkina. Nti mayen fanko e bia na obi odiare oni say product no enye sonar bill na eto. But oni say enye sonar bill na eto, a onu su ni say sonar bill nko na wo so auto product e Burkina. Na so ni pa no so de command cram crane. Or the command cram, we don't raise queries. Ye misafe ne ya lodu a. La kana na ya diverted ya ko galamsey site ana ya kuma third party bia ko amana ne ya kisika na ibesi no akọ obia ko kisika ni bia.
So one of the ways I betimi kra ama galamsey ye na ye den is to deal with sad diversion way, because so omo cheap fuel the way omunya no na e be den ama wo mo so mo beto adwuma no so.
Yes, one. And two, no crano, fuel inflows in some of these areas. No, for example, never measure company be. Measure company no the output, which any petrol from January to June. Already also what need the number of outlets or number of outlets or what. Or so say a day beyond on the outlets beyond in excess of 25,000 liters. But the average daily sales in the industry, Andrew 7,000 improve.
I see.
In the average daily sales in the industry for only petrol, Andrew 7,000. Now will be average daily sales for petrol, 25,000 plus. It calls for questioning. There was a
difference in free.
And also some of these, the company in the outlets are outlets back over Bandam Quanta. Bandam Quanta is a Galamsey area. Bandam Quanta, Singa, Taslima, Dollar Power, all those areas from Bambwe to Bwele are Galamsey zones. And that company, the outlets are on, which means the products are torn in our Fidi Galamsey. Besides who the outlet back was the area Hoba, Bibodi, or whatever. These areas are areas noted for illegal mining.
Yeah.
So these companies almost like or more company outlets at mining zones. Not only a fuel legal and say no. So or on tiapi, send your Tony Bullets no crowd. So that is what is happening. Timinia say if say stop Galamsia, it was say climb down diversion. Then you say companies maybe you're interested in your more products at mining areas, because more products no more in mining areas, most of them and they funded these guarantee activities and they supported these operation activities because champagne they use fuel, excavator they use fuel, generators normally pump here they need fuel consumption equipment
and a pumping machines
pumping machines pumping machines say and to me and see the supply of fuel to these areas. You better Galamsey. So also put excavator, that's a still fuel that's flow. Excavator back no or still the money.
Interesting thoughts, and thanks for bringing this up, Ben. You be see Hanamada was say we in Chichimuni insight. What you amayate the underworld illegal trader Ekoso within the petroleum sector. Nyamisha, that's a Benjamin Insia, a executive director, Emma Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Semse.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
You can be part of this convo. Wait me do another to nkomo imu bi. Before diverting fuel, no. Fuel, like I said, they call Burkina Faso. Na akwako pie baby fufuro. Eye kanana business. Ne ekoso no kanana. Because the ban is saying Nigeria Rebecca say upon investigations and son of omu hunu say trackers na tracking devices na about tracks no hono. Na ya tamper with them. Inti obi na ma tip off say bribi say air koso. But nipa no ati control room ho no. Well, who say ye tracking devices no. After the arrest, GRA for review tracks no mu says tracking device no kra mpo no kra no ye de ensaka. Inti nipa na ono e monitor track no with the tracking device no way no ada na. Ena be ne ka no be hwe no so na nipa kra wote ho no mo hwe no ye mpanish no ye moni dimpo. Oil marketing companies no so ye ade no so ye see ya che tracks 10 ye impound it and so nim OMCC kra omo yes diversion way. So how can we fight it? How can we deal with it? How can we correct it when the corporates are not known? They don't bear any social shame. They don't bear any cost. Make a cost and purchase repercussions be any ho. Nan kama list OMC sa omo diverted for ebuga na mraso boga na chrono through tax evasion. Me coming from a car enko also mumbu fuel mame. Because I won't even trust the quality of the fuel on beton mame. And that is how ankebeti mi abuania sanitizer system. But what you say MPA and Nigeria refer publishing OMCB where evade tax that. Even when it comes to adulterated fuel, yes, fuel be contaminated. Obia kobu bia man I say ne car MPA ombo company needing that. So how do we hope to deal with this matter, with this approach and this attitude? Yeah, the any another matter so edapono so. And I know what I say. Moody's, an international rating agency, upgraded Ghana yen status from CAA2 to CAA1. Na Jemima, for you mama na me details no. Foreign currency threshold, foreign currency reserves ahoden na ama and Moody's say you're moving from 2AA to CAA to CAA2 to CAA1. It's too much of technicalities for me. Let me talk to the man who understands these matters. Now, Dr. Evans Nunu, I join me with Homano, so or an economist or so a business analyst. In corner omwa me entisa and semi I say, Doc, happy FM suni memoir edawasini obrewie.
Yeah, dear.
Did you say I'm holding or dear?
I'm doing here, and I'm also
about the other Roma, and we are tinny can't change. Moody's the Biaba Betum, one more upgraded Ghana's long-term foreign currency credit rating from CAA1 from CAA2 to CAA1. Madama, Bema me wo Kofodia or Sabene, near Kay, and I didn't mukina, Christina, long-term foreign currency credit rating, a year. Now, I then was say, or man for any Jisa upgrading.
Yo, yeah, that's never here, it's here for you also. The can say, on my BA mono, I have West Africa had a yen time with man, but I am your rating agencies are almost rating individuals and no credit worthiness. Say, Ebia, Anka, me Hobosia, woman Besha say, me rating at the same. Now, sometimes we good ratings are. Ayana, or more Bobosia and Crano, Eddie Bricassa said, the baby, said they are or Benavaso. Sasana, a Jumakua hold on there near rate you or now. And my hold on so you rate you or more. Like I say, or mine no one bosia whether a yes be on one emerging direct and as a okay investment, maybe almost the bond be about out. And I be bisano, who do you seek a kushima saying, and I say be almost some Bosiana or more Bosia as a saying, with me etria. A probably some medical no a higher now. That a bay on Beboa investor communities. One more a person investor no and I near the ratings way back then a bayer, I will be clear, no man will be also doing with the kappa. na the sa no hunting na ya na some of these agencies say Moody's ne Bloomberg ne
Fitch
other agencies no we do omujuma no na wo hwe Ghana tisia no ye beka say ye improvement kakra ba me madwene mu no enya de bia jump no just marginal.
Okay.
Because what's the crowd now pay one categories in the crowd no or within the same broad category. Because over CAA1, CAA2, CAA3 similar. It means that you are rated as poor quality and very high credit risk. Though any jump beyond no improvement on the previous one. But second you to me call beat ni more and nanka ye who say bia ye movie. But within the season there, so now would you maybe ready? Though you can say, but it is not something because then we have to work towards moving into the B's and into the A's. So I wonder whether we will ever get to the A's. But at least, my idea, you're showing him saying to me as a question say.
Now, rating way, EFA yen long-term foreign currency credit. What no boy saying, which you saying long-term foreign currency credit, and when you are there rating, and not just a day, you will scabby a good Bank of Ghana. Nah.
The things that they use, there, international reserves, no, dollars do I work,
yeah,
ebia euros do I work, ebi kura na good do I work,
okay.
That no many ye normal. The Oman will be bria. What do we see? Another war born a Bosnia. I na all how to be said. Omano, a wing us will be a ban critical grana. But me, I be a found. After war Bosnia, Bosnia. What do we say? Our dying a war cast near the day. If you would this Ghana manner, who's through that will be on and wash it. Into employable no. International reserves are foreign reserves are one. They play major role. And I can't do what they know, so no. They play major role because the thing is, that what they can be brave now, all foreign reserves be brave, so a bit more offset. In the end, likely for us, in terms of denomination, nominal denomination, no. And I'm saying, dollars, no, a year, and my car, you know, what is denominated in dollars, no, that's what year. Do it with, yes, they be a need to have but dollars, nine sabbath slash baby. But, yaka. You didn't cry no. So it to me slash by about 44.9%. Just because that is not a year pass. And unluckily for us also no. Bullion price, a good price no. Free from last year, latter part of last year, but no, well over 43%. Which means you be saying more foreign reserves go yet more good pass. It is more foreign reserves. May you cannot stand here. Obviously. What the sound way to talk on the air, and you're not Ghana in a year as compared to the previous one. And the sound way now coupled with fiscal consolidation, so by 9 and said, only Sika more the edge. Nothing so this can not sabi or the Jan Sabaton. Name and almost share, Yakasi review no for years. So if you put all these things together, and sometimes the review goes with restructure somewhat because we are not debt maybe. So, woman to me, I can't eat, and my woman in Canada, some relaxation. And the woman says, I don't know, no much. Okay, to see, I'll be like, in case of investment, Ghana, not a binary release board to be fair, not any asset, Diana, or the baby Ghana. What do you seek out to us? Say, at here. And all these things, Nama, just marginal improvement.
And they say, Candy, and I say, you want Benyam, you want ya corner, inti, you bet me a capital market a cobobesiana. Say, dear,
it's too early, it's too early.
Sir,
I was Sebi, a kaya in the crown of baby now, why I rescaled the structure. And secondly, you may a certain credit facility and IMF for the next year. Eternal credit marketer. And I go to do Kobosia. Also, Busia will be good for why schedule class of Winter. And to common sensically, we don't have to rush to be there. But it's about loans. So, generally, loan, what the idea, what the year next say a bonnet and I say, however, what the cabby brain, the piano fire with the I don't know what I want to throw was there. What's the it means to see mono. We may a coming quadia and yen shall go in for next year. No, yen shall how our financial position will be, especially with the hope that we'll be able to come out for IMF. No, now after we're working enough on the fundamentals. Not say occur as an credit marketer, which means a good price. Because a good price, look, we put it in there. Interest at the man as an credit market, no, and so back and even on treasury bill, interest near well over 25%. In the abano, Emma auction be on treasury bill. In the way it's over 25%. Around 9%, baby, which is way cheaper. Because in Grofo, say economy no place in about from the agent now. Abandon low interest right now, they are okay. In the same way, if we're able to work on our things very well, the international credit market interest on the no are very low. In our best interest, because if we are servicing our debt in balance, that's a very huge. I guess at the acquired. It means to see me as you abandon about more than a cracker. Only the year. The who here was here, not the bill where your productive sector, say, 24-hour economy, the various flagship programs and diet, they're able to me generate enough income, able to get your loan. So the bill remains assembly and but for now, I think it's a bit too early.
Say, you be pray, almost say, your capital market, a couple of Bessiam. Opening, but that's it. We any in church, what they are my. Now say, and the crowd say, we should dead say aban no to omani sika semu ye no kre anytime you better downgrade you no just say we sika semu to no enko ye and you upgrade wa na say enko ye. That is the way it is. And then na say enko ye mama we dey enko ye papa. Doc me na si biem awie nyame nka ho
me so na was by nyame shiramo.
Any ekoye, na chese Dr. Atto Forcing is forcing and he's managing the economy well. And no any the verdict from the expert. And of course, Moody's nyoma kan kira na chese oman ye tutu ye sika semu ye, ye boy ye chidomu ye, se be ya ebema ye ho aya kono na isi abontene se ye kwa kobo besia. Omo hwe ye chidom any reserves a ye wo, any gold a ye wo, any dollars dodo a ye wa. Ometimi aka se nkofo mo besia no mo low interest rate because omo intimi ntua kra mo reserves no kra say they can marshal the resources. Something good is happening. Something great is happening. We can celebrate little achievements. Then she and crime the big ones. Yeah, to us about common na mamfa wombowura Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services are so na menka sem dey be free one more e dey ekire wo. And it's saying Eclipse Collateral Management say one prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, sanso ye land document perfection. Na ni nyina ne say o asase bi ana wodan bi e wo wudini mu a ono say collateral brokerage no omoye no say was wodan no documents no wudin mu de bia wo hia capital bi de ayebribi obi so hia loan bi e de ayebribi ba loan na wo hia no oni eye ejapade a obetimi de akosia wowa na wage loan no Eclipse fo adwuma omoye ane say ehwehwe wo eye awowa no na ye ne waka na agye documents no e de agye loan na manipa no na sika wo nso so e wo se ba wo nsem no na ye de ama esuro bi ani akire sane se wo ne banks no na ye adwuma na wo agye wo document na sa nipa kro no nso gye ne property na owo no a anso ne e wo de kwakwaje loan gye no nso na se be ye bebo onsuso property ho eban ekoba se wantimi antua wono ne banks no arrangement a omutimi kire bank ne se wontwen omubeton sa nipa no property omaji difference ne de aka ho age akwakutua sa loan no se be ya o documents no anasa o property no ye bebo ho ban wono se bra bia na wato asase nanso o documents ni wie peye omo se jasa nante ni nyina ma wo mo na omo nye legwork ne ma wo omo be perfect o land documents ni nyina e de ama wo udu eclipse a omo se omo build a prime depository platform a secure innovative space a property owners ene amanfo edin komo you can lodge your documents there and something good will come out of it na enie ne wo mu ni se omachira kwan so nya yira kwan obiara ni madenta barrier ene obiara ni Medimosis Hospital omo eben Medimosis Hospital ne pe e wa denta barrier ena omo san so ben West Africa Senior High School wall no so pe from ene on 054 383 2466 054 383 2466 Eclipse Collateral Management. Yes, for property owners, we say think safety and earn decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects. Na ye free word ya na a live soup say menka asem there be so nchiro san say semina papa badia adware bi na already no so entoso.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
A live soap and a medru so a me kanfo e de ama a live soap ya me kan ho asem akire we ne boofo ehwam eyi efini nkekawa e wo nipadua no eni nyinada na a live soap no said ye tie no ye wo the fragrances ahodo bebre a chese ebeboa wo na onipadua no after hard days work wako team fifiri wako tuwalasa na wabei na wonye semina papa bi de adware na chese ohwa yehwam woda wetimi adaye bi mpa adware anadwo but unya a life soap a wo na bepe adware because da bia no opese sa semina na ka onipadua no ho ehwam na ebo adwuma pa mo a mode grease eye adwuma mode oil ye adwuma moton nam du enwumere na modu fie a momfa a life soap enware lemon de ne ye sane se enu etu nka nyina na yenya nyina ebe ye fru nipadua no ye obako bi nso ne hwam na te se kube ena ba ko bi nso ne hwam no ayese aloe vera ye obako bi nso a ehwam te se rose flower rose no ha sa pepepe grab an alive soap today from any shop near you and feel the difference. Alive soap also feel fresh and feel alive.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ene asemi si ewo Oti region na sa asem we no ho meto mebo aka ho asem pa intimi ntina ma mu manipa nwuti sa akokọ basa asa badansa na no ma menkwa homa no so nkodi nkomo bi ehia o ne ehia me nkomo a ehia Ghana nkomo a attracting Ghana e wose edi na ne nyina ye galamse TUC for eso makwa pro akochini omanimu na ne omudi omani ehu no eni enyan baby galamse ne kono wo se yetinte sukoko e de kire galamse no and they are back with their call for a declaration of a state of emergency. Chairman Emma TUC me aminu penning Bernard Owusu Ben mema wa ha eda wase ewie e wo Happy FM so
ya bedase ne akonya kɛse ade ama me wɔ ɔfidi kɛse so
Mobile Pro
so ne apa wapamfo
yɛda wase nso so da TUC fo nyinaa nso ase na menko straight to the issue na yemusa Mobile Pro ko ɔman no ntwuantwua so ko he sɛne galamsey no ɛkɔ sɛ afi etwa mu de mu gyina mo na so dendenden de pressure to aban etwa mu so pa mo kwa mo man Ghana na mo amuhunu ne na ɛkɔ 10 months ni aban foforo ba manya aban no ho abotre afi no form the government or the new policies abani ade ade ya ba bedu ha masa akobi makɔhɛ na mokɔ ya mokɔhɛ ye no galamsey situation no improve ya na sɛ ejensem
me ya dedika na meka sɛ ejensem na sɛ ya mete aban ni mu mpanyimfoɔ ene nipa dwuma sabi ɔmo atitiri ɔmo mo ɔman mu ɛka sɛ yensu ansuwa ene galamsey no ɔmo tususa na nyoma improve a nyana mobo are ho so minia yɛkɔ kwanyako ye friends waterways na yɛma yɛkɔ kwanyako no ɛtrɛ sɛ TUC yɛne TURC for ekoye engagement about tariff increase on pese o modeba na sika on be boy increment o mu hia ewo o mu dwuma di o pese mu di e bi ti say ECG and Ghana water 200% 300 ne ultimi say percentage na o bo bo no mi na anu ohye na ni nyina nkoka mfua ne say omufidi a omode ye enyuma eni nru a omode esone nsuo so ede maye no dodo na break it down and afi nso no galamsey no activities no so ama omuhia mo sika ede asone nsuo so ede amaye ntina wo say yekọ na yede yani kulti amansa ekọhwe say ye woka no say ye no kra na say enye no kra etietu anamon ekọ eye kwanyako na minia yekoduru ho no sawani ngose bia ye ka kiro yehu ya ne se ana de won ka kire yen ene se tanri eye omo pump akese a esoso a ye mode twinsuo ede sone so ede bre Ghana for e bi ba to kaswa part of central region and a part of eastern region. Pumps, it's been pumping you know, and unti and almost shut it down because of galamsey activity. Na Sandre no makini aye temporary measure. Temporary measure just obu ya edi nya dia long term. Na the actually say omuatimi ato pompa eno no ye emfansuo no enfriase but the fansuo no e wo soro na sa pompi no so no ye hwe nsuo a omotwe a omosi omo sone so dia manipa ya no ma minya Ghana we are not safe because abuam pono ye sone sansuo no so ne de mana chemicals e be treat nsuo no edi amano no then na yibetimi like ayebe then yetima no musadi ya na etimi dia ya dia be boy eti ye free one so no yetu anamon ko chedi ahonso ye koduru a story na ho no enye different na before chedi no me twamu ko krobi so efro apepem ekrobi so ho na ekro ne koye no yo maye ne se ensu a etre ekọ efre ne se bremu etre edekọ baby ti se kwanyako a yewe no oba daveti ensuo no enna omutu galamsey no de champagne enye noma efisi so a yetu enti esi ni ani kromafo ni bi ekodidi nkomo ye busa o mo se enti ayambia mutikure mu na mo yesa noma wi a den na mo pese Muyaba or mine. I need you and it's on dear and go for being abba. And yes, I deal with the impulse or more normal can. Da a crew of 4, a him for no, and a political heads, you know, the idea influence from. And you know, a man will to make cash. It means you can for you know, Galamseno, baby, Edruno. Say, ya she na ye nyinaa amfa ya no anko banku na ye ntu anamo a nenya ebetonda no nsufi ni kra na omoso ne so ema ye nya eno no san nsufi no ye nya empo na ye de awose ye de tumi nya ofre ya na anamo a ye tu ye no eno no na after this anamo you know ye press conference
okay
and na ye di tu ga say ye ba de shia na as TUC no ye nkrabata union say asi be ba ko 34 ye kan ye hubum na ye map out the strategy a ye de pressure beto aban so na aban aye de ese na fata ama galamsey na amanfo aye no omotimetu omusa ya aban ye no oye didi ene nso ye oye no enso ani
den e beso ani
Samri mintimi enyina ha enka se ebi abanye A or B or C na die mark ya kan say ye be chia animanim ya as a union na die ye fi say aban e water aban timi ye no minya ma men fa won ko back obekaya afra say before ye ba beto aba ye de normal be and 9 and a quarter aban any ba ku ye declaration of state of emergency. 2, say aban emfa your friend is saying a year soldier for any idea enko your forest no man call for 2 your friend is a good year no onko 2 on so sa and I feel so LI 2452 on revoking afra say aban not so MPP aban at the sa letter echo parliament Emma, I don't know whether I'm a lawyers, but you are correcting me. Obu issue presidency, they issue letter to the effect say, no more, no man or your forest, when you are the Indiano, when you and after parliament, a revoke that airline. But a chichima so, and nay, my dream, may chat here, said the scene that airline. Abayi awa bɛyi no entimi enti huntuma ma yentimi kisa airline no emfiri hɔ ɛmma nkɔfo a ɔmo man ne wɔ forest mu no ɛne yɛ nsuwa ho no ɔmo begyae
Ben wanu hwam na moni adwuma ne aprobo amakɔ question is how far ɛna TUC for my krado say mode pressure beto aban so akwakoduro mibusa sa because yehunu dwumadi a mudi ye afi atwa mu December mugina mo na so dendenden se Akufo-Addo aban and declare state of emergency ema mo de kan ho se when declare state of emergency na mo be cause strike munya adwuma which ostensibly meant the government machinery was going to drive to a halt or grind to a halt. Oni mu hia no de neme bi gu mu anim se anamo a wotu ni. Mote na se na motwema no. Na yaba bewie bebi edu e na wo se ade no kra na eje nsem kra. Aban we so aba state of emergency no wama Ghana fo hunu ni position wo ho. President say security fo ni ntu no fo so wonya wonye no mo kaso wonye enne obeye na emomu no ye options bebre a ye betimi afa so a de be fight galamsey. Question is Ghana fo betimi anya TUC fo mu gidie say mu betimi akon agina aban kon so ama ne wo se wo ye to save Ghana no waya na
minia de yenko no yani nipa ene de TUC for Ghana for and ye juma for a group, but in Kanfuano, Ghana for us almost support here. Ye crewmano, ye BBI politics. Ubekaya, a phrase, Yanko, your friend is saying, strike.
Strike, you know.
There were a lot of accusations.
Yes.
Say, I called you bribe. And Nayama, Yanko, yes, a strike. But we also had a reason. Send a watch it, a bank can say, or yet no map, to the extent, say, even airline, no crana, Nayaka, or the Koto, your friend is saying, Parliament. State of emergency, the then government, Ekatre say, a year the stake of election by December, and normal, they will declare state of emergency now. A idea, as now organized labor then. We even sent a pact where there was a pact. We went around with this for them to sign. For them to sign those friends a pact.
Yeah.
But say aban you be really piano or bar and normal bakum you know I was on here. So we TV ko friends galamsey no. Sa airline no account.
And a state of emergency in Sukawana.
State of emergency no was not part of it.
Why?
Yeah. Well, at that time we said because of your friend is the stake of the country at the point. And so
yeah, but that was when near Koto about December. Until it made sense to say all the state of emergency by December and Kofu be break crown point in Koto about it made sense. But
well, I think
money flag bearers and our presidential candidacy and a course a pamono sa pact no. Yeah. Which means that the onus was not on a buyer no to declare. A future government also will declare. And then we state of emergency free move when clearly a buyer for front of Bebano will not have an election excuse.
There were other your friend is saying options. They can, but I cannot. Remember it.
But that state of emergency in compact, you know.
I am not too sure.
Because it was the foremost cry of organized labor in Tisanke Kahuan Kabihu.
And I am not too sure, and I don't want to also say things that I am not sure about. But I'll check, and maybe I'll revert back to you on it.
You bet me rely on TUC say. Mobetimiama buying pressure to do the needful. A state of emergency back on the table as a demand from TUC, Anna.
Oh, as at now, we are yet to meet to take a decision, and I wouldn't like to preempt anything that we have not even discussed.
How far are you prepared to go? A doom pempenso was some with the Majuma to Hamobeye.
Yeah, then.
A doom pempensoa, I was some with the Majuma to her said the Mokana na Mobeya na.
Patrol question, no mental question, I see.
Okay, so my question is, how far is TUC prepared to go in this fight? Say, why a crowd of someone are buying back chia, copim say, obey na a doom pempensoa. I was say, now no asema mokacha binder dan say. When declare mobile strike, no, a do some pempenso and this abemua. Mobile demand is same na.
Oh, the TUC has been in existence for a while, and you know how the TUC has been in this country. When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it.
Bernard, Galamse ade yani abre pa.
Yani abre. Ghana media said onumsio and Ghana media or mind and Akumasono should be very much interested in this Galamsey fight, irrespective of your political party. Ghana media was in no sabi Galamsey adie we na also because you are really or mine bit to me because of Galamsey.
What can be
the security situations are also and guide or Mukalam side. A soldier for the normal Pamo, Adiachia, normal Sako back. A whole lot. And if we are not serious about this thing as a country, we'll regret and we will disappoint the future generation.
President Kase, there were options be apart from state of emergency. So far, we won't be a dead. Say options of fufro bi aba SSM bi.
So far, I'm buying a year but you're more than
Bernard, what can be said Ghana for my support TUC? Omu here Ghana for support. Come here, say at the last time was sorry, Ghana for support to pa. I think say it was one of the few times the entirety of the nation ejina TUC fuechi say mobeko strike amonko if that is what it would take to deal with Galamsey. Obibeka say when it comes to the support of the masses, you have it. Nemomono can Ghana for also rely on more. Samunya Quentin Fisen and Anu Mujai.
Minia, we Debiana, Biana, the Omino and Kanko and our Omani interest first. When we need to election, it's only a call the last time. A call, the current friends are paying. Then TUC, go ahead and organize it, go ahead. I could declare the state of emergency as not the state of emergency, like a strike.
Strike now.
As we were proposing, nobody knows what would have happened. And
but at least we know what is happening with Galamsey, eh?
Yes. If we know that we have to do the needful and make sure that the right thing is done, my brother, trust me, we will do the needful.
A do crisis point. I hear more than no.
It goes beyond even the crisis point.
Metrama mo meeting every near more resolution and then the mobile demanded from a buying. How soon as I meeting Bebaso?
And you may now trade
now what year you womb we are none him.
Now what trade anyway?
There's a next week. Yo. Ebeba mo mre no maye, na mo nka hu se ebere ne ko nyina so na oman ne na ekono.
Now we don't want to get it as what happened the last time, so we want to get it right at this point in time.
Bernardo Usu Happy FM das area.
That's it, Minia.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Bernardo Usu ye chairman Emma Trades Union Congress TUC. At this time, into the Emrame Koba. Haruna Malebat representing the National Democratic Congress is coming from the Comms Bureau of the NDC. Fifi Deka, Kameka Fifi Kwete. Fifi Deka, a member of the MPP's Comms team, and also Ajinedja. Na George Afo, a General Secretary, Emma Ghana Freedom Party, is also seated. Meton Diaba, Koba. Ibidi ene nkomo ene mentime bie phone lines na ma memia mani na ansa na ebe sore so mema omre kakra na so wa ba mu bi ti ye ba sisi a ne ato nkomo no so
refreshing moments.
Big old drink, big refreshing moment.
another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects. Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, happy 98.9 FM, EpaHoaDaben Jumedie Enie. You want to join us on Facebook, please feel free and do so. Oba na wa comment na wa make sure say nkomo ayedie no na udi ho enkomo. Abejafo atena se ye ba be die ne nkomo no. Enra Ghana Black Stars officially are qualified for the 2026 World Cup. Manfo ani age pa, but they been so say qualify by say team ya ne performance ya ne de ko World Cup ne dia ene na ye bebe fie ntem. But the nyina ye nim economic benefits participating in some of these tournaments. Even though yen hosti wa ha no institution so bebre me kai me the Germany 2006 na de be me reference point. Ye Ghana had the now so now yeah events around the World Cup because Ghana was in there. Especially the entertainment and hospitality industry benefited here. Oh, I miss my friend Semis. Yeah. Well, I know you're coming that for a proso. Ebehena atafre no ho kakra na fe atc. The major issues no. The future of Ghana's judiciary is what we are wondering this afternoon. It appears after Justice Tokono's removal, and I say. We are hearing of petitions going to the presidency targeting certain members of the Supreme Court. Justice Yoni Kolinde is one of such justices. Yet to say ubi the petition Koma Mampeni say you know as a member of the Supreme Court because of the Richard Jakpa Godfred Dame leaked tape. And the circumstances surrounding how that matter got botched. Samobe Kaya, after Richard Jakpa tape ni PA no. One more file a motion in court say trial judge into assembly because Attorney General near compromised. The trial judge thought otherwise. And no more call appeals court. And appeals court by a 2-1 decision. eka say indeed omo de asem no beto omo animu no omo gina omo afa. And based on that, the whole ambulance matter was thrown out of court. But ebi say no Crescent Justice Juni Kolindi play any role in the meeting between the Attorney General, who was the prosecutor, and the accused person. There are ethical issues, and on the grounds of such, the panel issues to say Justice Juni Kolindi must go. A lawyer, a private legal practitioner, saw the petition, in fact, RTI request, Akuma President, asking for details regarding Sir alleged petition to oust Justice Juni Kolindi, the future of the Supreme Court and the judiciary. Eda Yebusa Ene, have the floodgates been opened? And will the integrity of our judiciary remain the same? And when she na yedi eni so ahwe other matters eda epono so galamsey ntokwa TUC eso omakwa pro akohe omani mu no mahu se ade na agensem na meme kenkan ye no omuso mo call for a state of emergency. Many chairman kasa will say they are yet to meet to decide next week as to the way forward. Are we really serious about galamsey with approach ayafa na International ratings agency Moody's upgraded Ghana's long-term foreign currency credit rating from CAA2 to CAA1. Nede di say ye tutu esi kasem ye. Ene ye build ye foreign currency reserve. Enu nti say ye edu biribi ni esi ye kwabonten akobo besia. It me hwe ye reserves ka say worst case scenario, they can fall on their reserves to pay. We seem to be doing something right. Ana. Fifi de katina se, Haruna Maliba tina se, Georgia for atina se, penny for mema mwajo, edamase, ene momre, ene de iso.
Yera bibi.
Weekend is suko boko de.
Biako ye pa.
Edo ba de ase.
The weekends let me to school munti.
Usia de. No so ye pa.
Moyo ponche ne nkoko no na.
Be se wejai.
Makoli
kaswako.
Makoli kakra.
Sa.
Chale, ya de kuma maswa ye serious. Sa. The next week or two near comment semester exams. See. And ya good year.
Chiro, normal. You survive it. We all went through it. Yeah. You survive. Don't worry.
Maswa ye shi.
George.
Ye pade dia kokotoko.
Necessary. And then your party also about kotoko so you want bro.
Na kwa brand twetwe me na okwa mu.
George. Boko there.
Adom. Say weekend here.
Yeah.
Da nyankopon ase. And say last week na maliba wo code enti na odi ba ya odi abesan me.
Unso nya code ni bi.
So 3 days here. Enya easy.
Me tiase pa.
Hu do ni jima ma hu do enti ese me ba.
Yeah, that's it. Nyame shira papa. Fi.
Yeah.
How far now?
Boko.
DMB so ekoye.
Ekoye pa.
Na matre ne ye.
Oh. See no there. Elections baby. Send the elections say aye a developer do no. E hu hia baby ada.
Baby ada. Obi try 80 di win here.
En kan no na yinim send ye. Ye titu aba. I saw actually ni pan say me da ha me da. Say there. Okwa ohwe symbol na no the team. We used to the pictures. Depending that why no answer.
Yeah.
And you okay, my pa.
And shall seem free where na even common no. 3 topical issues: the judiciary, galamsey, and the economy. Let me hear you.
Bibi, judiciary assembly. In fact, let's start with the galamsey because judiciary assembly because I'm saying I'm person bisa say RTI application na nipa na ye no em say for oni akon osi yen yi
Unicolindi
enye Unicolindi no unse obi so petition president on the chief justice Bafuboni yes me em say ye no mu na nipa ne so person who say ye no kra and na person who the details of what the person claims to be stated misbehavior said then me as my I'm say me dream say ye no mu
me kan ye no there o de kasa I will fish it out for you but me what I read and it said or the RTI request call for the president to confirm say ampampa petition be aba targeting Justice Yoni Kolindi na, because it is rumored around say when your petition be sir.
Well, Mr. Medjin say for Chief Justice Nimo.
There's a petition for the new There's a Supreme Court in there.
They say the one who said they say yeah who's at the nerve. Sabi Oma judgment as a judge and also as a Chief Justice kwe betime gina so de yiwadi. Chief Justice Ayashishe Mra say your travel policy. Mami owura so for Akufu time. Esan said na oye sing.
So for Akufu onye owura o.
Me say mami so for Akufu time.
Okay.
Esan said na oye single Chief Justice ntino. De mraba say u tu kwan a u na obetime decide na akwa person ne ko.
Okay.
Oti ase. Because first panel was spouse and I say bibi. Into mine is na mami on one occasion or the niku another occasion or the ba. Yes, edunti kotinasi. Yes, you him say Ora Speaker of Parliament o tu kwan a otibi di na busuafo di na chiko. Ora Jomama o tu kwan a otibi di na busuafo di na chiko.
Pepe.
Adentina Chief Justice nko ande okoya yes stated misbehavior. Adentina Chief Justice or head of the judiciary.
Yeah.
No who kwan say wo fi department we call department we. O judge we fi court we mu court we. No transfer obia because obia shanase.
Okay.
Inti no and Rebecca say muma we even cry say me sure say almost HR department no person me transfer cry. I'm sure it's
still be approved.
Yes, it will still come to a table.
Yeah.
Na asemesi na Chief Justice aye investigation when who say obi who boom it's okay. IT now oyewo Accra ha no ko Reggie na ko ye bi wo ho. Ko started the same IT na yewa ha ko started wo ho. The same field. And so you see stated misbehavior. This say no Ghana for who say kwan da ho. They listen you betim dey you as a Chief Justice. It say no obi so kwa test law na hwe no. Say be far because stated misbehavior no you shut down can say you define it.
Yeah.
What you say define stated misbehavior and into the president if you not doing say ube adwuma no amuna into stated misbehavior you go. Because as long as president gives you to the committee no the committee be adwuma clean amount akọ. What you say it doesn't matter the evidence from what we have heard and read it doesn't matter the evidence you go and give to them. Once the thing gets to them there you go. In terms say no na man for practicing. Now in fact galamsey assembly there me dream ho a menti ase bibi. Yakwato about 2024. MPP for failing the fight against Galamsey so much, sir. NDC for Bejina simply so try kwan ya ye be fukun Galamsey. Emma who lectures. E try obi kura say within 2 weeks pe ye ba pe ade na gu. Say omo jade ni nyina say would to be pe any the cause of all the problems we have regarding Galamsey.
Fee, let me just provide some information.
Okay.
The first topic, you know.
Okay.
So I'm reading from happyghana.com.
Okay.
A private legal practitioner, Jonathan Owusu Asare, has submitted a formal request to the Office of the President seeking confirmation of reports that a petition has been filed for the removal of Supreme Court Justice Yoni Kolindi.
Oh, okay. Into a Chief Justice.
And
Supreme Court. Well,
unclear the issue of Yoni Kolindi.
Say I am passing when your petition be sad.
Aye. Well, a big deal. Suddenly, she can say no. We are who say find them. Into be also trying it. I say a bit far. Into no, you know, Emma Ghana for a regime, and it does so. Any GDB say omo bar at the end of the day because MPP for they took Galamsey no. Omo no finance omo mugu pit ni mu. Omo pick omo mugu pit mo yes small fish. Intino omo nya ba pe ye votu mo ma. MPP for be Galamsey ni nyina be jai no gyina pe Galamsey na to atwa. ANC wa Ghana hebium because they are not in power. Ne ba ne sa omo de omo go after small boys no, they will go after the kingpins. Because small boys no more arrest omo there, and no there mfakwa mu kra. So they will go after the kingpins. And when they go after the kingpins, within 2 weeks, at the NBC. Yes, see, the AI be fighting Galamsey.
So much a first campaign. I'm going to court.
Oh, no, Chama to be Jai. Ojai Galamsey, Ojai mining, in fact, not even Galamsey, mining in particular.
How many years in it?
Oh, since 2022 or 2020, on your mining. We're Jai mining, so you're farming. We're Jai mining so many years ago. What's your say? And no codance. Moma Yeniama Mobabe. And my president said, look, president is in charge. We have given him all the powers. Let him fight it. Mo fama no and near the mawa. Usu kwako consulti security one. Now are you not the head of the security?
Yeah.
After being member country said declare state of emergency. Hey, president. What are you saying? Sebio, manu des inti say, o person say, yeah, the information ba ebrewa. One kasa there out of your know-how. Sebi, and then first time I'll be president. Where did be that?
Yeah.
Into you out of your own know-how. No brief is near the man. Can't you tell? Say you have to give. Must you be prompted? Hey, ya betcha. Ode ya mau briefing crowd. Where we send it nyamesiko. You have seen how things are going.
In fact, I think 3 months ago.
Yeah.
In Takwa. On one description of Galamsey, a national emergency. Meanwhile, on your technical person.
Yes.
But who situation who say a national emergency.
Oh. Na say I did that wakwa bemu boshe go. O say aji obi abe catch o say. Yeah. Na nipa ne kase ne ya be ye. I mean, when I heard it, I was so disappointed.
I say his point is that declaration of a state of emergency, no, a experts be said here. A one name be a ubehunu
experts be.
Oh, so omo kuntokwano, omo nkasa abro omo so.
Yeah, Bibi. Sa asem no kan say no kra na last resort kra na mama.
Aden.
Na baby last resort in the when we start dying. What is the when
8 people have died already.
What time or what level will he consider as last resort? Time being. Say no and then me share TV. We referee station crawl. You interview one man or Ghana water. Or say out of their 69
treatment plants,
no. Only 10. 10 or 69. Let's say 59 of them are down by Galamsey. Who signed trend debut?
We say nina ako.
Say grid ko catch us say. Omo pylons no. One man for didi. Omo tutu.
No so beba.
Who signed trend debut? No a man for name tenasi. And can't say act and sign our act. I think said the true character of a leader is knowing when to act.
When it matters most.
When it matters most. That is the one of the true characters of a leader. So what's now look, min crop for the day. And I go for kind. So I call he pick. The cabinet said there be men call. Obia said no, President. Now man be described highly indebted poor country. No. President, they wait there. Yeah, no dream way there. Was he took the decision alone? Was it no Mako? And so you the leader no wouldn't ultimately decide say whether my people will come and advise me or not. Me tia konyo with them who be sure. Send your DSC corner say declare. And now declare pet. Sa action here kosu be brain to be try. Ne to try. The nature itself has a way of healing itself. Kakra. But what
we say by that standard, Nintebeka say a Galamsey and the Akufo-Addo to did not show leadership.
Akufo-Addo time
because
say you.
There be difference between him.
You
should now water treatment plants were as bad as they are today.
Not 59 of them had not been shut down.
It was work in progress. Some had been shut down then.
And I may say, as at the time of Akufo-Addo, not all our river bodies were under Galamsey. Now some of them they had not done anything there. And then apart from the water leak,
new rivers ben abeka win him.
I can't tell, but then I remember say those days now Erastus a report no can say apart from river we apart from river we there were some rivers that now he was omitting from his report say and they affect you. And then nobody can tell us to say today's Galamsey is better than when Akufo-Addo was in power.
And then we say more the politics.
Yeah, fine politics, but that is the fact. ɛyɛ fact wɔn Akufo-Addo time no na sojafoɔ nkɔ baabi ɛma constituency chairman ɛmɛ tip soja ni kɔn mu recently sojafoɔ baabi ɔmo kɔ galamseyfoɔ ni park chase ɔmo. How did we get to this? Galamstock for back to be tongue so a fair bit a bit woo or pit because of Galamstock forever. And then you buy and you see it on social media. Say, sure, Mondamoka say, dear grow, and people are on air and doing all these things. Recently, Omo MC and Mekanche and say, Chebi chairman ba and a Galamsey will crew what Chebi. Has he been called? Ya friend umpo ni akasi ya investigating. So some of these things, now won't to me where judge so many years or court or way. Wow, MP. Me refi kroni din. I will win. Na himfu na win. Na himfu. Ayi apaye etwa desu efikro. Oh God. Ensu koka o say na appointee. One strategy. President said his appointee. Into an appointee na NDC ni ade otibitu because uni post. I say I mean on appointee. But why you go to investigate? Yes, but uko can say NDC 4 year no kan ho hwia. Ono my remind you say o see na appointee. Into an appointee now yeah. We okay. Now omo ye investigate you mo bibi then what ho. Send here omo send here would be there. So many years ago, or more yenny, son or ye no. In teachers are the idea, and go baby. Because on one Casania mod or settings of Bob, me buy me chicken, small chicken pins. May you say, I'll go after the account. So when I go after the account, they can't do this. I'll declare state of emergency. I'll do this. I don't put your son on the one can be. But in Crawford, they can't yet, yes. But in Yamon, one Casacas or Becano. On your keke. Okay. Moody's. Quick one, quick. Say, one will say. Economy ni kuyo. Yes. Ni nyina agina decision aye take. Okay. Decision being debt restructuring. Enya mo na mo the problem ne buy. Yes, but it was a decision we took. Maybe see that. Unprecedented restructuring. Yes, yeah, we knew say it was going to bring hardship, but in the long run, recently, finance minister celebrated the reduction of our public debt by some billions of dollars. And yes, so could you scale the chair because of agreement MPP 4 years said on Beye. Intino, Sanya Mani na say in air swaba. Because of that, inti, ye can be brea chair. Inti ye can chair no, a kaya the number form. Inti say why a kono. And yet because say atu forcing, maybe I'm or can say that atu is forcing. I know what you are. That Ghana car. It is not by a car with your foreign currency reserves. And I say you're building no to a level and then we are credit worthy. Yes. Foreign currency reserve you are building. But at the same time your debt stock is above from drastically. Above from so much say no you why you kono. Nafi, what betina be mu aboka to the extent say wako patch or say fa and chow. Any idea chow. How is that an achievement? Yeah, there were a bamboo say a car down a young one obo. No credit. Ubia boka. Emma interest ba a cancel. What better so? Also buy also what plans and projects and programs so how so pesoye. Into super book can be a become Crawford the no. Next time I will do 2 abeka way 5 no hono. Say we interest inquire on 5 we be on 7. So a becos rosa. And no chess say 7. Oh, now be book can nyina be gu ho. What you say? Into the can there. Yeah, say ye di be a chain. Na say ye my desktop na above for my why kono. Emma amount for the bossy. But ni nyina na so who say if you be na buy. Yeah. Amaleba. Bibi. If you hin na buy. Mama inform free baby a. If you deka ajaya na. I mean tifo. Ajoso. I mean chia abusha for me mo shema. What is so man be so the catcher? What is that? Nancy ya what? Paris Club. No, since NDC Bab. Yes. I'll show you. Metro News item. Bibi, the issue no en your car, yeah. You see, your foreign debt are calculated based on dollars relations to our city. Yeah. You get that? Sure. And the Brazil no could do 18 cities and beyond no.
So calculate per dollar, no, calculate ye cano at that rate, definitely to be high. Because of prudent economic management, any reasonable economic management approach, yeah, Dr. Atu Forsen, any Dr. Siama, yeah, what the Bank of Ghana, or more policy programs, or yeah, and the true gold board. Yet many sufficient foreign reserves. Now, Boma sin appreciate relatively and speedily against the dollar. No, and no, in fact, dollar no at Babedru 12 no 12 series no is it 12 or 13? Yeah, cancel Tiba 150 billion. Is it 150 billion? Let me check the figures right. I think beyond that,
just by currency appreciation.
By currency appreciation, yeah, cancel T. NPP, Omobeba Kunyem 2017, January 7. Na Ghana near Kai saying, our there 120 billion. Near Kai 120 billion, no, Bibi so team 120 billion. Womobet na Kunyaso between January 7th, 2017, Edibesi 2025 for Mufle Kunyaso, no, or more they said a Beka Yeka. Yeka Eko drew 738 billion Ghana cedis. To 123, 700 billion, Musa is saying. 8 years. Meanwhile, this was a debt. In fact, for time, because of debt release, Omunya, ye can also perform. Ms. Mahama, Eddie Beka home, 120 billion, Kufo 9 billion. Between Ms. Mahama, you do 120 billion. No kwampo buy. And Mahama, the 55 billion, no, the Beka account. From 2012, Edibesi 2016. No, but please, we can point out to no idea can hear. We can point out. More dear then. More dear then. You did not please stop that. No, please, let's give that.
And then one point to me.
It is a complete lie. And it's a Moody's. You let a junk economy. Baller economy that is so baller economy is what you left. I am so shocked. The NPP will be so happy that they can even talk our more economic record. Do you have a record? Do you have a record? Yet you come and mokobo si abedi dokono.
EpaHoaDaben.
Mo bobo si amane, mo di omane memi. Ewe chi na pensioners. Bibi, you do mpinisi do your manfo so ani akaya no. Yet hey, dachi bi ye be bo kokora.
Yeah. Na bi si da o.
Na bi si da. We say eno we here na ya depa. Asam na kufa no be kan say. Or say it was the dark days of his government. Yeah, never called the few that chebi, man, some for the son die. Chebi some for the son die. And then or the premwa can born nature of mine say, and they were in ye. These are the people. Meanwhile, more yes, I knew man near cano. No, mutina radio the TV, if they canon. I bought me what say it was the best approach. Bibi, imagine people's money. Fiscal cash in that bank were affected. Yeah. Can you imagine this? And these are the record you are pontificating. Someone you do my part. See, the more they do this,
the most guaranteed investment instrument.
And they breach the financial system. Theories are from public. The financial education actually over the years they breach it. Besides that, Bibi, Unim say that course banking and finance in the university. Unim say that course in Egui.
Egui says
Egui. Mama catch them. 2021, 22, 23, Accra Tenka University, banking and finance department, they had less than 10 students. Go and find out. Because students were not opting for that course.
Which year did they start that course?
What's that?
Year Benham started that
2021, 22 academic year. Many penny be shaman bonidin. Or
because of the
now you have good banks. Oko share banking and finance way.
Wow.
What do you call and now the court and say go Mr. Cotton Krama. No, these are the system you left. And then they can. Omunya phone and Kasem, Bibi. You see?
Yeah.
Sabano Supreme Court. System na. A man for my serious Okruma. Floodgate BMA.
Okay.
And to write a petition against a Supreme Court judge, it is like petitioning for the impeachment of a president. It's a very serious issue. Asem na wode kono. Say enyina so animu a wa wode kono kwani kwa se de ho chew. You get it? Ni kwa se de ho chew. Because you may be acting maliciously in a manner that seek to defame the name of that officer or judge and bring the reputation to a public disrepute. If the allegations contained in your petition proved to be false. And yes, some good day. If they can or trivializing some, oh, some have man in the year too crying. Speaker in the year or too crying. Speak, Chief Justice in the Kunu to crying. A man for some cocoa pie, yet to Nadia so. We no more. Shall I say Boneben or ye? Namutu Nadia so. Okori ko sin one to account. Oh, your phone son or Johnson. I thought that. Ma woman nom adru I would say I refrain drew. Now would you got on quanya manica or simua? I had been so best to be them.
Piao.
So, and I thought that I wonder would you got on quanya manica or simua ultimate bedroom. That's how they are. You will come, let me drop petition, and the comma on my penny say, oh, you shall to say in few. And rich, who because a procurement breaches. Procurement breaches. And the procurement breaches was so grievous enough to remove a commissioner, a chairperson of the Electoral Commission, which is the lifeline of our our democracy. But so Electoral Commission, I know a Juma year and a Sanoko court. Why did the parties use the street instead of the court? Like Jemensa did in 2020. But you did that. Why? Because a fit into a certain narrative and a junior modeba bem. Nobody is against Justice Tokonu or Bill Tiano. Now make a Tokonu on your secretary of the NDC or an employee of the NDC in the NDC headquarters. Whether you like it or not, or you're Ghana, a Juma Yeni. She is the Chief Justice of Ghana, or you're a judge for we the people. But just go and read Mr. Ofori, the petition of the court. Now, she allegations are on my, including her interference in a case and never court or no. Mr. Ofori, a part to that case, whereby the Chief Justice wanted to manipulate the case to attain a certain outcome.
Fifi's point is that
Fifi's
point is that it appears the undefined stated misbehavior no abeye bibia
that issue I think that
current petition
you read it
referring to stated
unfortunately you didn't share that material with me, but stated misbehavior no, it was legally defined by you right here on this show. You read it from me, you read it to us and our listeners. That now you raising the same issue, but see the floodgate is not opened as he has been or he is seeking to claim. It is not opened. And if there's a petition against Justice Yoni Kolendia,
and we're told of one against the acting chief justice.
Sir Yoni Kolendi, Justice Japa, Richard Japa at the petition, Akoma Electoral Commission, at the Akoma CID, say Omo investigative former Attorney General. On the basis of a barbon team to Odrage, Jasiano Kulendi Abe Shemua, it doesn't collaborate. And indeed, for me, that petition, if it so claims that Jasiano Kulendi Edidia, then it means that petition is equally seeking to incriminate the former Attorney General.
So be it. If that is the position.
It's to incriminate the former Attorney General.
If this one is wrong, this one is wrong.
Can I continue? Justice Richard Japa never said, say, Justice Yoni Kulendi had a hand in the conversation and the course between Wono and the Attorney General.
But
Attorney General.
He said that a fie na Okoshia Attorney General.
Okoshiano. Also Mkoshia Ana bibi.
On what?
Maba fie na mabe share fifi deka or
no, that's not what the narration Jack.
So the narration was,
sir, they met upon the
invitation.
I won't use invitation. Arrangement.
Yes.
By a cousin, Justice Yoni Kolindi, to meet the former Attorney General in his home.
To temper the evidence before the court.
After that meeting, and a telephone conversation call so recorded. And the petitioner is saying, sir, for a sitting Supreme Court judge, Sir Obefred, the Attorney General, the prosecutor, any accused person to meet in his home
in the first place
to discuss an ongoing matter. No,
I will not.
A ethical breach of a sort.
I will not.
That's
it's an allegation.
Point.
It's an allegation. Yes. I will not go to the merit of it,
of course,
or the demerit of it. I will leave that because
to the Council of State.
If
the president convenes it,
I will leave that because you do that bridge and we will cross. Now, the issue of Galamsey.
98.9.
Oh, you declare state of emergency. And Mahama, the appointees a Galamsey. And I say Mahama, the party members a Galamsey. Oh, I see. Inti Yambo Mampini and Sendium. Okay, Fifi, if you have any knowledge of NDC near or Galamsey, right, you can petition the party leadership. It actually will be taken.
Party leadership near first petition.
What's there?
We'll be a Galamsey and for petition come a party.
So a party member.
We be a party member.
No. So say party member.
I say police. Illegal.
Okay, fine. You can petition the party leadership and copy the police.
No.
Oh no. Be the other way.
Send NDC member and Galamsey. But this guy, he is peddling false allegations which cannot be substantiated by him. If you ask him to prove, he can't prove them. Maybe let me tell you something.
Like
who
what?
Who are you talking about?
I'll say NDC for Moye Galamsey. NDC Nibe Galamsey. When Honorable Vice Chairperson of the party, Abanga issue, and the Honorable Yamin case in the Bayan, it was an allegation. The party didn't sit on it. It has been referred to the CID to investigate. Yoko rather. But enya no nko a also won tehwe obete enya nsemo ekoso okukwemu na bit media betum from him. I am on the platform meaning komo ekoso ho
efasa case no
and it will come out enya no nko a unim say Professor Frimpong Boateng Galamsey report show the buy no we are all of it are going to be investigated. And it is an investigation and to be ho be fa no ho adi meanwhile crew where you won't me be cancel no make $1 million every day from mining, true or false? Was it 2015? NDC sending excavators 500.
Yeah.
Right? And if one person owned 500 excavators as at that time,
they could have been rented.
How many private cars in the Ukruma?
They could have been rented.
Rented?
Possible.
Or say I own them.
I didn't hear so. Or say you're saying excavators.
You're saying excavators.
That does not necessarily mean he owns them.
Baby, fine. That is assumption and very well. But for me, that statement means he owned them.
That's your interpretation.
No, it's NDC and I send excavators 500. Or say buying by and yes, Bibi. During the tenure of the MPP, Mikuta report we were coming from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. 2023, almost Chinipa 218, only 24 on prosecuted or more. 2024, almost 627, almost prosecuted 11. Total, in fact, all the 2023, 2024, no kwa bumwa. Almost Chinipa 485, only 35 on prosecuted or more.
Where police for a soup almost screening.
So there was not even a soup and screen. There was a lack of will. In fact, people are looking at the Galamsey and say the degradation of the environment and the pollution of the water bodies. But it goes beyond that. Okay? The legal framework governing the mining industry of Ghana and Kasa is very weak. So when we came to power,
the legal framework is weak and I say enforcement regime is weak.
Both.
Because we seem to have some very good laws.
Both. No. How can you make a legal framework now? How can you have a mineral law I say Ulisi mines for over 30 years? How should that be the case? And Ghanaians can only do small scale mining. What about the medium and large scale? And even large scale miners, they go to the concessions. There is no even proper supervision over the activities.
But they do it well.
You get that?
Better.
But at the end of the day, do Ghanaians benefit? The Honorable Lands Minister, Honorable Amakofi Waka, and I'm repeating what he said, we can't stop mining. No. What we are looking at is responsible and sustainable mining, whereby we will benefit from the gold and the mineral resources without destroying our natural ecosystem.
To achieve that.
Fine. NDC Babem, this is what we did. Number one, we engage the communities where these pollutions are taking place so that the community people will know. And Nyoma Sadie way, and ya ADN. Bibi, for all you know, say ina ye wa kura said dancing groom and sadin important mudie. Galamsi abani ina ye kutubi ye kupiska. But beyond Sikano, Mekrina e was asini mu na afro mu awujina mu. Do you even know the Eyama will help ana? Do you get that? A man for to me ko to Galamsi na manana bu na kum ni papi. Do you get it? Now, all these things, the people go through a high level of risk to even make the money they claim to be making. So we need to redirect the psychic disposition of the communities to know the dangers as how they will oppose mine, so they themselves become number one, the protector of the natural environment by themselves. Besides that, we look at the regulatory framework. How do we restructure the laws proper? So that we will not only, Ghanaians cannot only have that, the share of doing small-scale mining, but how do we train the Ghanaian miner, equip the Ghanaian miner, and support him with the logistics and even make the decentralize the licensing regime?
Sa plan we na some George Unimuana. And I say Kufado person end the Galamsey or beat me the 1 week I am. I am
talking about the
yeah, na make.
Yeah, some George I can't baby a maybe well, as a matter of fact, the way we saw the Galamsey in opposition and in power is all the same.
Oh, sir.
You get it?
What's the difference?
The love, fine. This, you see, say there were forests in Ibiomua. We didn't even know the extent of that damage in those areas.
Yet you are calling for a state of emergency.
We were calling for a state of emergency. The call for a state of emergency was right. You know why? Abanotis, did he prepare to solve the problem? To you, senior, on the interview.
You are chairman on your TUC.
Okay, fine. TUC, or a TUC member,
yeah,
right?
Chairman of the TUC.
But he's still a member. That's why he's a chairman.
His position is
that's okay. That's fine. But he's a member. That's the position he holds as a member. I agree with that. Winning the day Omampeni Akufuado engage you at the Flagstaff House. Jubilee House. I mean, himself a Flagstaff House. Yeah, no, didn't come say. No strike na mo so me kono mo nyai na ban etu wana mo no. Na the minister ete Lands Commission or in appointee at Lands Commission issue letters.
Anyway, mommy.
So that will was not there. So we are looking at overhauling the entire legal regulatory regime of your mining system or your mining industry. You know, we are changing the law.
While we are waiting to do that, the distraction is going on.
No, distraction is not going on. Are you aware about what Nemos is doing?
And because of Nemos, distraction is there.
Bibi,
is that what you're saying?
Bibi, I am telling you with authority that majority of the the environment, have been saved as a result of the Nemos activities and their operations. With that, Bibi, look, can someone tell me Cape 3 Point Forest now said it has been invaded? That forest have been saved as well. You get it? Only the number of people like Chamfai machines water pumping machines excavators One in Tema Port, over 2,000 excavators by 16 days in Tema Port. You see, you're just
me have done an interview over this with the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Yes, seizure.
Yes,
Ports and Harbours Authority say the number of excavators have been good on. Aji space,
baby.
Meba. Into only Ministry of Transport, any DVLA for after arrangement to be a. Omunina agree see emfa niam anu military base.
Yes.
So that clearance can go on there. Then they can have space.
Yes.
Obi easy excavator be important.
Because ya seizure siwa, I don't mean say abaya jiafa. But imagine say the entire GSA excavators, we need to register all these
excavators. Men kasa.
What I'm saying is that all these excavators will be registered.
Yes.
Trackers to be put on them. Man foresee the AI you see, every concession have its coordinate. And the coordinate will be programmed into the machine operation system. So what they call baby from the Minerals Commission control room, they can be able to track that machine baby what they call.
That's how the MP before.
Omoye.
Tracking devices boy excavator.
You see, look.
What new thing are you doing? What new thing are you doing?
When we talk about what the NDC is doing now and the NPPA, we're talking about two completely different things because there is commitment and the will to deal with this matter and deal with it proper. Meanwhile, baby, see, and yet the last 8 months, in a bit, the assessed President Mahama's performance and the government on this illegal menace. Do you get that? At least, say, if for me, 2028, this time around, in this uncommon way, now Galamsey is still a topical issue there. I will admit the government has failed. But until we haven't gotten there, nobody can expect the government to use 10 months or 1 year to deal with the menace, an industry, a ravaging industry, and environmental terrorism sponsored by a regime for 8 solid years. And they are asking Mahama to use 1 year to fight this. Is he not a magician? With all due respect,
Mahama had the opportunity
the commitment and the willingness there.
Mahama is the first person or first president to have the opportunity to fight Galamsey between 2012 and 2016. How do you say in 2025, say Galamsey the creation of a regime over 8 years?
Bibi, there is
are we being fair to the facts?
We are being very fair to the facts. Alistair Matthias.
And you
Bibi.
And I asked Philip the same question. When you try to compare the wire boy anymore,
when you have a government, Professor Fimpo Boate report na seven okay, and there Pierre Kubi, former MP for Santia Chimno of Meboa, as someone of Babeka, a Breno or admonition MPP for Somunja Galamsey too. They went after him. Okay. We got the government who opened the floodgate.
John Dramani
Mahama.
John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
John Dramani Mahama as president of the republic sat in a helicopter, came back to tell Ghanaians, said, Chebi is the headquarters of Galamsey. Wana no chin wo Chebi over Galamsey da.
Bibi, when the president said that.
Wana no chin wo Chebi over Galamsey da.
When the president said that and began to fight it, the same media went after the president.
George, Bremubi why?
That's Bibi.
Yes, sir.
My entire NTF. Now, Mintua so free baby, Amaliba.
Yeah.
Galamsey.
Sure.
Bibi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, phone at the studio. And also you me piaba. Bibi, uba no phone. Usha.
Mwana mebuzamu.
And you entry no baby sir.
Pepe.
And you won't the entire Galamsey kuno yentu minkuno. When you ask Fifi about NDC then, when you ask NDC a MPP, and you know, Niama air cosono, a bed then Galamsey no, it's me a and then I media debia when it comes to Galamsey, I'm here a baton. A baton. Because one, Fifi Yana, Oma, Kinsley, and also so the Amano back. And so, you to be fighting. Says here, and you see a train security report. But me was strategy be.
Okay.
Baby, you two Galamsey will be our Ghana Biano, and you cry district chief executive for. Almost form reports on brand new. Yembiso say, Ukrumun. Quanya Yefaso, a two Galamsey, was a district chief executive no. Also no opinion anything. No musun tro mo report and come president. Na se no so no e betu Fabius e be a report here by e say ye declare state of emergency a. Mpeso mo so e yehu. E say so ye den kra na e wo chief executive e wo.
Mampani e da o ka say Galamsey national emergency no. Na DC so you omu but he was able to assess the situation to say a national emergency.
Yes.
Report be na president here and say.
And he says here so mo aba almost won kwhwe. Esa so mo no direct to the place. President did your thing crying. President did crying. No mo so yenhwe. Oh, eyade a eha ye nyina. Nenso no yempese be gia to mo say no. Galamsey yi ma yemfa nya amanyonsem. Nanso de biara da ye di Galamsey yi eye amanyonsem. We see enyam na me ye. We see we na ehya ase. Nanso nsuo na no Essay. Se unko kumase na se udu enyinemu a obia nkyere wo se ade awe no essay.
Asay an essay.
Asay. Wo hwensio. Won se enyinemu sa bridge na e wo ho na like train kwan bi nkusie won ya de no. say hono say bus no edu a because of a slow down. Na wa hwe ends no, wo hwe nsuo a eba. No be say ho say eh. Enti we say opinfo enum bia akola no. So wo na akola be den.
E da bi nsuo be yiri wo hono makwan ni nyina be yi no.
So enti no ye ba no the chairman of TUC kasa. Osi omuko Central Region kunya ko na ne omuko hu ye no. Sa asem we anya asem anka wo ba ye osi next week e betena ho. Anka obedum kran ya straight. O twen next week na penifo ma wakotena sa asem we ho. By next week unim ne bia be si. Oh, me anya na kran ka me TUC me no se wo hompo. Anya na ka me no se TUC omo ho. Tumi a TUC. Oh. Tumi a TUC kita. Ah, mbetumi aka kire Happy FM. Omo aduma say ene momo bia mponko adwuma.
Akufa do dumo mu ja no.
Oh, enti no next week all can or train so be friend na. Oh, me say o see next week enti no wo de munja. Oh, you see when you continue to do this. Konya kuna uko no. You see Central Region. Niama say wo we Ghana water hono. Yeah. Ebi apeni no ebi enya nyina na eden. Obeka chiro. Na say omuso mu an pom 69. Na ene tempe. Na eye adwuma. Bibi den na chiro.
School for kwanam sumo. School for.
Ene
washroom.
Ene mi hu ade bi. Yeah. Na eye me mobo. Aden. Hwe school for yo moko school. Omawufo aboka dada. Yeah. But no okowo Western North. Na ya san to vortic asande aka kola no ho. Me hu ye ne already how follow grass aboka. Say ye san to nsuo.
Obetosa.
Etimi gina akra ne nchen sa na pese me hu parents no.
Ebedu bribo hu. Ukọ boarding school a obia wo ne yankre.
It's true. Actually bibi.
Also to nsuo di fifie na de koma aba no. Bibi be wo na yankre te sese na te compound house.
Bibi me pese me hu ne yakoso ne ntino. Me gina ho ama ni papa no ebae na me say ada we nsu e o si boss sa akra no ba ko yare me boka de
me boka to nsu papa ma no
on fa nsu no enko fe na me raho dentia galamse ntia until you ask yourself say how many parents can afford so mo ba ko school mo san to nsu
na nim say ma fa fi accept importing nsu ba de da.
Oh yeah, that's him. Oh entiyetia ana galamse say ade meanwhile ebi obeka say wutin kran metitema enti omi enfa me ho but you have a cousin at Eastern Region
no obeka say no or short sighted because river densu na ema wo pipe ne ran no say na wo benya nsu adware
so
the pure water be dware otema
enti TUC adwuma mo koye and yanka mo ankwa koye kranka infaso wo ho ade ya eku nipa ade ya ese nipa mo akwapro akwakwohwe ade no o say next week e ba be friend penifo no na ya tena se gina ye
na penifo na no mo ko
omo so na ko e penifo
na ko ye because ye kon lebre bie ni o TUC a okoye
executives na
anya nwanwa so ye adwuma mo kro mo check
asa
oh penifo ma ko
mo ma contract bi mu
me enfa me ho kra me de ba bibi o man ye pe ni yo
ekwe ni ma
penifo mu nyina na mo ko Central Region no mo ko apro ye kirekire mu nsuo mu ankasa mu di mu ani hu ye enya we bibi na ekwoto a foni bi ena so ene bibi kura de ne o kan mo na mo ko enti penifo be na next week o musa atena asem no ade a edi nipa wu ade a ese nipa o mu wie na nka se o mo ko hospitals na wo Central Region no na ka doctors na nkire deformities e wo hospital nkola na ye wu o mo no
ni nyina so mo ko he o meka se nesu
o manya ayo madwen
baby once on the kasa na o kan nesu ga na me sorry because let me before cry what ko situation be say ya until next week no we dem pa na o wa ga baby she galam say asem no wan hwe ya we kan ya yenka Supreme Court
e bi prona to ara
baby
EpaHoaDaben sayo
nipa na asem do fa no is one Jeja me penasem ma follow no those days are not bad good evening Ghana to say otimra se wimra na sasem no si ye no o say ukokota asem wo ho ya judge no tumi fro ko ne chamber so e ma mokoka and also no it is saying say I can court practices no
I say no parties involved.
Yes. Nti no me sa Richard Jackman
so office
yes. Oh, sa somewhere no minim se bibi wo mu na nea judge no koye no etiamra. I don't know because me who bibi you see I'm sure here and what for your judge come to me ngosra no.
Oh, I don't there. What for your judge cry ne sira cry no so careful.
Yes.
No cry betimi catch yourself.
Because me kai me former boss bia na me ne enam. Edu afi bia onu kra no ma me hu judges pi fie. Won oni akwa kosra mo no ni ade.
But your phone e ma me fie.
So say Kingsley phone. E bia your friend wo Jubilee House.
Me I say.
So entino one hwe here me kai say ye program bi wo Fiesta Royal. Oh, ye wi mini Justice Yoni Kulendi. Ye gina about 2-3 minutes e bon ko na me show makosra no. No show, I'm welcome.
Oh, he's a gentleman.
You see, entino so one hwe here kra na enipa no omu opi omu doors biom. Because what I say, hey, when you go open the doors you cry, you say, oh, entino we should be very careful. Na yen Supreme Court hono ankwankoye Accra Sports Stadium a obia eboremu anye ye kra no won say Ghana for esane ye niam bi nto le ko say gidi ane ye wo court mu no e brase enti ene so obi kra ne yiri nya asem kra na opeso mfam bra radio so ne yembra mbeka because of who say ho kra na eye we say igu ye court na ni mu ase a we are dead. And so no, we should be very careful. Na say ye kosa bia ye hona ye hu kwan a ye be fa so aiden akọ. Esa say ajaji fo akọ nyankopon nsi anemu. Onye gu omu fi pa, ate say Ghana unyina ho fi. Entamale ba ka asem bi. Say so trokrata si yenyi. Ujeji bia na akọ say wo trokrata say President Otisu cry yen no because what say omu we no say that article 71 so omu nyina na ye article 71 for no. Wo enti mesre say ya judge for asem ba na se ye kan. My find emotions nka. Ye hwe ba bia emra no da na ye fanto. Ma modisana. Unim. Say that me catch us say man bi wo bawe oye skinny. Say uko hono so si oh me na free mu oh baby aska wo bia no be yama ba ka so mi ra wo on fi okra be sorry eja wo aden be ka cha say ni send buy no first month second month third month up to the 9 months et won say eba na ma me ewu de say etumi yam po free mu ade be no ho plan is good ente amamu no obu amamu a ese say we plan say echine bi say bibi ekosi a den na meye say sia wa mono ni sikei ehu abanyam no obi wa say oh nipa say me man bibi kura na obetumi ayeden etua ene na say wo bu oman a ade ba ko say wo hia discipline na nya de bia mu nchendi ene na covid e ba ye no Africa ye hu kire yen but we share European countries na e normal e wo ho because yanda ndwene say eh de bi beba yare bi betumi aba ma yakan nyina hyedem be ye afi baako a ye mpie but so planeta was say chale bibia to me si ente no ma menye ma de pepepe na se kire bibi si a me hu so mo ni da so bi e wo baabi ente se onya ska no na so de bi sie onya ska na so de to japade na se ne hu kire o so oh se bibi si opebusia se bibi wa japade bibi den wa bibi efuo wa and to match ufama no because we who say who properties na so say we ni hwe a aka say there be na me di ma wa obe da etua and we nyina ye sua de and no we welcome this news but ma ensi ho ma yenti nye nde enye sa dache asemba ye hu baabi befa
mema mu nyina a minute each na mu dey more reactions na me bie phone lines na ma etie phone so adjoin e fi
na oni Me say Crawford
ye woni midin.
Minimudin patch of minimudin.
Oh, 1 week for Muja criteria.
No. Or Cassa me say Crawford galamsey man for evidence beyond. Me say ye trap our win was a cruise saying. Our win. Ye trap MPO on ye trying to so much secret hobby. I him for a yep or my Buddha. I pay some much secret hobby. Mwamu MC our chibi. Some constituency chairman back. Ye galamsey will crum and wa cost stop no. Or stop on the crowd who say, or Mubuafu, but still was stop on no. It's a man can say my evidence, my evidence pa. It's so now we can't come and patch on
okay.
Oh, Power the boss how do we in some kicking adoso.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I care. Who your boss how do you know? One more, that's to buy now. Yes, Nkwa. On casa me say that. For some see boka say me fifi deka. I'm malaba to galam say because session. I can cycle.
Our win
so that I am a coming Bibi.
Yes, sir.
We are this ready. Ministry of Education. Any Ghana Education Service. One will say school placement na abano. I think that there are challenges, a lot of challenges. Bibi, so kwala you school Accra. Seven papa on call wada. Now to our secondary school. What's our quite a day student? I mean,
system no say yeah no for. We need a new software.
Exactly.
That software no more.
That software
it help to outdated. Yes, that issues no. And secondly, we have prospectors at schools no so few awo phone and kwala no wa. Anodin. And to the Miami grandpa Honorable Clementa Park and the leader Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Yes, Remo. Ghana Education Service paying for. Among fund
they don't need a lot of things.
Like what? Like what?
I mean, a lot of things.
Up till now.
And also, and he, my
paint bucket. You couldn't go paint school.
Paint bucket. School for the paint school. Ghana for Akufuado. Edu Yini in a swa, Edu Nankan and Swa Ghana for. Okay. My Ghana Education Service, Emmanuel say, yeah, the Yini
application. My man announced the phone lines in George and Point 055 156 3916 055 565 7278. Phone lines activated. George Pommy.
But I say, Bibi, we fight be our fatu also. Sa plastic, no.
Say no to single-use plastic.
Miss Regana for. Say, insure toi. Plastics. Eba rubber eba no edoso na ababe gu kwan no mo eno kura to me cause traffic enti yesre Ghana for yempese we so ba be galamsey issue enti no yesre Ghana for ufa ubola no de agogu gota no mo no e ba be gu street no so na dachi nso yiri a ebeba wo fie
ma me kwa homa no so fa me first caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Achodi ni baby afrifi
Baba ni o because of Ramasam.
Yo, Baba, your money tell.
Bibi said they walk on. On some more can be a discipline. Oh, and next meeting now I catch a kind of say comedian say Jaco. Masa, Obia also said you Saudi na do Kakura now see Chamawa. Young girl. You are Kojino.
Baba, Komo Bebre na medi san komo mi ni.
Okay. You Galamsey National. So you did be able to na Anthony General so. Also, but your friend is Tribuna. The bank 4 years ago, Masa. Papa na so na MPP for Kokanda NDC for moment show ye papa no the way na me ntiase.
Okay.
She say you ntimi ya cheno ya money be. Who ka say o wie docket no. Until how many days? You wanna
me more education kakra. Wound to me, your prosecutor wound to me. Wound to me is now in court. It is not as if Safenia call her head docket. You did not go in a court.
Then me tell them at affecting of a court na.
See be dinner seven. Ye ba be dinner seven no.
I never did some affecting.
Na Attorney General no nya judge o.
onye get but so no put pressure say o person say maybe in tema so e be 3 days be atena case no so because we na part na bi
Baba Mobi sun kan bi me da say hello good evening. Hello good evening. Hello. Attorney General no. Assembly. And one Obeka, Attorney General, you're more hot. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello. Anyway, mame and try to meet me for at least 2 more calls. Now, made the phone segment in a baby 055-156-3916 055-565-7278. Okay, you are here. Hello, good evening. All right, yeah, the best here. Meet me for calls in the no, I can't take anymore. I can't take. Oh, there be time and also. Meet me in February. Yeah, the best here we are now. Mada timi nyina ase meda jo sankwa ase na mada jimai mada to ase na mada abena Joyce abena akumaniwa oni de meka don't worry anyway but per time in fa Abelemkpe junction opposite the Allied Heights because Danube home Deco, ewo niema bebre de mao. Almost say almost 50% discount on furniture bia beto anase home decor accessories bia obeto bia no. Almost a whopping 50% discount. We every Danube home. The perfect opportunity to elevate your living space and ensure se brunye obesa san with them. Nkonya tables, side tables na pair. And yema EDCC demo and we have everything you can think of if and a demo cozy na comfortable. Frewa more on 0509 403 664. Danube Home, your ultimate destination for transforming houses into beautiful homes. Medina Bismark Brown, many thanks for the pleasure of your company. Tomorrow will be another day. God willing, will be here to do it for you again. May the great architect of the universe keep you and keep us here at Happy FM. May his light, the truth, continue to shine on all of us and in all our activities and endeavors. May we all be mindful of the needs and lives of others. Have a positive mindset. It's a requirement for success.